Yeah, man. Like I was saying, man, she made the Rock jealous. She smell everything that's cooking. You feel what I'm saying? Um, I think she went viral, sort of, kind of a while back, a couple of months ago, so on and so forth. And I think she's foreign too, because of her accent, the way she sounds. Um, so yeah, man. I actually done, stood on this hill and fought everybody tooth and nail. Women, but black women especially, always lie about unattractive women being attractive. What was the girl's name? The lady that started the Me Too thing. The that was
Oh,
KRS two.
she did look like I mean, my God, I thought she was gonna
Yeah,
say
that's
come.
KRS two. This KRS three. Tarana Burke. That's her name. Tarana Burke, right? And they were saying how she's beautiful and she's this. They only do this, man. It's like black women are the ultimate trolls when it comes to attractiveness, bro. You can never trust what the fuck they're saying. It was like I remember in Friday, right, when she told my homegirl she fine. She looked like Janet Jackson, right? Get out the car looking like Freddie Jackson, all wide and outside. You feel me? So yeah, man, you can't trust black women's words when it comes to being attractive. And you know this too, Tommy. If she been light skinned, no matter, she ain't getting no defense, right? So you can't be attractive light skinned woman, and you got to be an unattractive dark skinned woman to get praise and and uplifted in the community.
So you're saying that a lot of black women like bigging up people that they know is not their competition?
They know for sure, 1,000%.
Those are the friends they go out to the club with.
God, dog. So it's strategic.
Yes, uglier women make you finer, Tommy. You know this.
God, dog.
A six around a whole bunch of twos, fews, folds, and belows become like an eight.
Y'all women like got the game like that. Y'all got, oh man, I'm gonna hold up on my man James and the elder Sonetta. I gotta go to my boy Cap. Cap done showed up. So I gotta go to Cap because Cap said something to me before I went on air.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, damn, never thought about it like that. We were talking about how who's the meanest, who says the most fucked up stuff. And I mean to everybody, not even just to other women, to men, to babies, to whatever. And in this group, these black women came out of nowhere and were saying these men look for reasons to tear a black woman down. What do you say to that, Cap?
I say if you just look at the comments, you'll see that it's the women tearing her down. That's what I would say. And I actually applaud her, right? I don't know. I think Mr. Fantastic said she might be a foreigner, but I applaud her that I was talking about this early on the live scene, and I applaud her for not taking the picture down, not being cyber bullied, because she's proud of her natural look, no matter whether you're attracted to it or not. Because how many women get the Botox, get the BBLs, get the fake titties, fake lips? A girl with low self-esteem would have had about 25 nose jobs to fix that shit right there. Because that's a big ass nose. Like, let's make no mistake about it. That nose is humongous. But he said, this is my nose and I'm rocking with it. So who could really have a problem with it? But you're going to find that women got a problem with that. Women going to have a problem with that because there's going to be men that applaud her for not being afraid of just being her. Because we don't have a problem commenting a woman or a brother based on their success, based on their look, based on whatever. But women do. Because women look at it like, if I compliment her, that takes away from me. So I cannot compliment her. How dare she come out there? I got to wake up at 5 a.m. to spend an hour and a half to make myself look like this. And this motherfucker just woke up and just said, I'm going outside. How dare she?
Well, hold on. Virtuous woman wanted to say to you, she said she didn't say she was proud. She just said she knows she not pretty.
But she love herself. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Think about it. So the women that is altering their bodies the way that they do, what does that say about them?
Ooh.
That they don't love themselves. There's something about them that they find unattractive to themselves, because you have to look at you. Like, no matter what, you got to wake up in the morning and you got to look at yourself. And so you've looked at yourself in the mirror and said, I don't like myself so much the way I'm going to alter my body. Look at Lil' Kim. Look at Foxy. Look at the Cardi B's. Look at the Nicki Minaj. Look at all of them looking halfway retarded. And she come out here knowing I don't look good, but this is me. You going to love me for me. Is she married?
No, that is a great point. Whoever's with her got with her knowing what she looked like in the morning.
That's right. I mean, you waking up, you turning over. You know,
You prepare for that nose when you went to sleep. You was already prepared for that shit. You didn't. It wasn't a shock. You went to sleep ready for that to come up in the morning.
like real talk. And that's the one thing you can't knock her. Women, listen, I said earlier, women should be telling her to do like a self-help class, self-healing class. So you can be proud of your looks. Because if she can be proud of her looks, for sure, you could be proud of yours.
Yeah, but that go back to what Melanin and Mr. Fantastic was saying. They never go to that second half of it. They sit up there and tell you that she look good the way she is. But they don't say, well, because we seeing this, we gonna do the same damn thing and just go out looking natural.
Right.
So do you agree with them that it's like a game that women are playing in order for them to feel good? They're pushing this.
Yeah, I do think that, because they'll put that picture up and say, I don't look like that. They'll still find a way to put her down. When I came in the live, somebody said something like, when they go out to the club, they bring the ugly girls with them because they want to be the one that stand out. That's true too. They want to make sure that they can be looked upon and the big girls can't. That's why I say like big girls be having confidence. I don't care what nobody say. The damn thing, nobody is confident as a big girl. But they'll make yeah.
I don't know. Them big girls just nasty. Let me tell you why.
Ain't got nothing else though, Tommy.
Let me tell you why I think they nasty. Because in my DMs, I'd say about 60% of the 65% of the women in my DMs be big women and they be real blunt. But then maybe women feel the same thing, that ugly niggas be real forward. So I don't know.
That's what I mean. They got confidence though, Tommy.
Is it confidence or we just got a machine gun and we shooting as many? I got a bad aim, nigga. That's why I'm shooting everything. I'm shooting it all. I can't be strategic. I'm shooting them all.
That's crazy work, man. That's crazy work, man. That's crazy work.
Sanetta, thoughts?
Yes, I'm here, Tommy.
Thoughts? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that these women are getting the bad end of the stick, that men like me and other black men are going at black women for anything, especially their looks?
First of all, I want to say I don't know that much about the sister, right? I don't know that much about her. I'm just getting tuned in right now. And as far as what are you talking about though?
I'm asking.
Kind of lost in this here.
I'm asking. They were saying that this woman, which you up there not listening to me, motherfucker. They were up there. They were saying that this woman is like black women. That a lot of black women are getting hate. This woman was getting hate. So a lot of women started retweeting her and saying how beautiful she was. I think it's bullshit. I think they're trying to use this woman and prop this woman up to make themselves seem like victims. Because to me, as Cap said, if you go look at her original post, the majority of people who went to her post to talk shit about her were other black women. Before a black man ever did it, in my opinion, before a black man ever tells a black woman she's unattractive, other black women done told her 10 times.
Oh, I hear you. But Tommy, you might not want me up on this show because my take on this is totally different from everybody.
That's why I want you up here.
And y'all could call me simp. I don't care about none of that.
Man,
y'all
spit it, man.
You want. What I'm saying is, I'm not looking at the woman. I'm not looking at the sister's looks. I'm not looking at none of that. I think that is evil for us to get up here and disrespect a black woman because she might not have good, beautiful features. That is crazy to me because I know that beauty is skin deep. She could be the most beautiful woman in the world if you get to know her. And the beautiful one that looks beautiful to you in your eyes could be the most ugliest goddamn person in the world. See, that's the way I look at things, man. I don't judge women based on their looks. Now, as far as me trying to get with them and all that, I probably wouldn't want to, I wouldn't see her and say, well, damn, I would want to get with you. But I'm damn sure not going to disrespect a woman. This could be my auntie. This could be my goddamn mother. This could be one of my daughters. This could be my sister. You see, so beauty is skin deep. That's the way I look at it. I've seen so many women with not fine attractiveness to them. But when you get to speak to them and get to spend time with them, you'll be like, God damn, this sister is beautiful. And that's what you look at as a grown man.
Let me ask you something.
Yes, go ahead.
When you're looking for a job or you're looking for a car, before you know the specs of the car or before you know how great the job environment is, you kind of know the job, what they're offering and what they're looking for. You know the car, how it looks. You know the outside. So when you say this, you're right. But don't women judge men the exact same way? If we're supposed to just say, nope, I'm going to walk up to this woman I'm not physically attracted to and hope she has a good heart, I think you give a false equivalence because y'all try to make it seem like ugly women are virtuous women. Like they're not mad. They're not mean. They're not bad.
No, that's not what I'm saying, brother. I said when you get a chance to know them and see how they are, she could probably be the most beautiful woman in the world.
So by her, woman that was physically beautiful, same personality?
Say that again?
Can you get a woman that was physically beautiful already that has the same personality?
Yes, you can. Yes.
So why say that someone's shallow for saying, I think I can find the same thing I found in that 2 in a 7?
Yes, but see, we're talking about this sister right here. And none of us got a chance to know her or got a chance to meet her to see how her personality is. You know? Now,
well, that's why we're asking the point is we're not even saying how this woman's unattractive. What we're saying is asking the question of this black woman. A lot of black women were saying she is representative of the fact that black women are being judged harshly on how they look. And there's too many people that are going at black women while black women aren't going at anybody else. And the funny part was, like I said, what Cap said, the first people who called her ugly, it wasn't a man.
It was black women.
Yeah, women do that, but that's what women do. Yeah.
Do we? Guess what?
Them black women that's calling her ugly without getting to know her could be even more uglier than she is if you get to know them. That's what I'm talking about. That's the point that I'm making. They could be uglier than she is.
No, we agree, but then they are in essence using this woman to try to further their agenda of victimhood.
I agree.
Black women are victims. When it get to me, I'm going to say, when it's my turn to speak, I'm going to say, what I think. But right now, it just appears that they're using this woman when Mr. Fantastic and Melanin said they're kind of using this woman nefariously because they wouldn't want what she has. I said this about the people of they did it with Lizzo. I said this. All those women who saying how beautiful she looked and how beautiful her body is, none of them would change their body or their looks for hers.
Right. And I agree. I heard somebody say something on the panel where they said some women who looks more attractive and who are beautiful, they would use this woman to go out with so that they can get more of the, of the looks and stuff like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, they would use this type of women to go out with.
So you're correct. Now let me go to my man James. James, you've heard us talking. What's your thoughts?
Man, I'm like brother first. Like when I saw the original post, I saw the mean comments coming. That's the angle I thought you were going tonight. I saw most of the mean comments that were coming were from the sisters, but to me it shows the altered reality that we live in. We live in a participation, participation trophy society. Where everybody's beautiful. You can be anybody you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You look at some of people's Facebook names, they be, I'm fine as such and such. But then when you look at them, they look like who did it, what for, why, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I get it. Beauty is relative, something. I guess you can be anybody you want to be, Tommy. You can be a rabbit, you can be a dog, you can be a cat, you can be beautiful, you can be fine, you can be sexy. But I'm gonna tell you, man, several years ago, I knew things were changing because I'm 53. I was born in 72. I kicked it in the 90s. But I went to a club, I remember probably in the mid 90s. And I saw a real heavy set girl with a church dress on. And when I saw that, I said, things have changed. Because that time in the 90s, bro, when we went to the club, you know, people were like it was a real different type crowd. You know what I'm saying? And so it looked like everybody was invited. You know, anybody can participate. As long as you got the money, as long as you got, you know, as long as you got the desire, anybody can play. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can see the woman. I mean, I'm with old boy. I admire her confidence, but that sniffer is real. You know what I'm saying? And
is it truly confidence though?
It you know, it's pseudo confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Think about it. The guy with the micro penis, is he confident that he just like? I mean, it's what he got.
I guess it's how strong his tongue. It's how strong his tongue is and how big his bank account is. You know what I'm saying? I guess he is.
What he got. That woman. Oh crap! That I'm doing something wrong. What have I done wrong? I'm pressing wrong buttons, y'all. I shouldn't be allowed to do anything. What have I done? Anyway, the point is, there's so much to unpack. When I saw it, I said, I need to get people's opinion on it. One of them, what I really liked was what Cap said, that was the women. But another thing is, I still like what Melanin and Mr. Fantastic said. I think that is the overarching point here. That is a bunch of people lying. They're using this woman as a red herring. They're saying that they care about the way this woman looked, when that's a complete lie. They're putting this woman up and saying to themselves, if I tell them the woman look like this, I know they're going to say I look pretty after they done saw his face.
Well, she got confidence in herself, man. And that's good. And she don't hate herself. One of the things I did when I had my seeds coming up, I made sure that they respect everybody. I don't give a damn how big, how fat they look, none of that. Respect everybody. And that's what they do, man. You know?
Now let me ask you, who was the first group of people to say something to them about them being not aesthetically pleasing?
Women.
Yeah, other women, other black women.
Other black women.
All of the insecurity.
Right?
Yeah, all of the insecurities.
It's something ugly within them. That's why they would say something like that. Because it's something ugly hitting within them to say something like that, brother.
Yeah, the majority of the negative things that we get in the black community come from black women, right? You know, big mama them, and you know, your fast ass little girls and shit like that, and so on and so forth. But they turn around and blame us for it and say, "Oh, is you black men are attacking black women?" Like, no, we know where this originated from. Now, I think it's the generations that's here now because there's so much, you know, propaganda perpetuated that, you know, black men hate black women and so on and so forth and all these things. When, you know, black men ain't out here worshiping white women and Asian women and what's the name, right? We're not doing the same thing that they're doing on the opposite side. So I just think it's a lot of insecurity. I call it the intrinsic insecurity, inferiority complex of dark-skinned black women specifically, right? That they like to, you know, the first person they ever gonna call you dark, black, ugly for the same thing they claim they don't want to be called is a black female.
And let me tell you something. Was going to go off that, Mr. Fantastic. Let me show you something, brother. Let me tell you something, brother. This woman on Twitter called me an old, ugly nigga that can't get no pussy. That's why I say all these things about black women. That's what she said. This is what she looked like.
Well, damn.
That's her. But that's what she said to me. So why is it that looks seem to be the first thing that they talk about? And I know nobody want to hear this, and I'm gonna bring in the part to speak on this part of it. It's the first thing that they talk about. But if we were to ask the citizenry of America and the world to name which races of people are the most attractive females, where do you think black women would line up? If everybody just voted, every race voted, who was the most attractive females on planet Earth? Because they've already done this, by the way. Where do you think black women line up?
Number one.
If you flipped it,
If you asking the whole world, I think it'd be white women at the top, then Asian women, then Hispanic women, and so on and so forth. Black women are last.
Yes.
Black women last for real?
Oh, stop it.
Yep.
I ain't stopping. I'm dead ass serious.
No, but I'm saying that, okay, a Mexican might think Mexican women are the finest, but not a lot of people like women shaped like little refrigerators.
Yeah. After 25, it's over with. You call them GE, Frigidaire, Black and Decker, Black and Decor.
So I want to ask you, Nepal, what do you think about they're saying, I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but this woman right here, a lot of black women are jumping in and they're straight up saying that this woman is representative of how black women are treated in society, that they're called names that they don't deserve, and that these women have to deal with a society that picks on them when they're not bothering anyone. It said they don't want to see black women live. But like Cap said, the first people who called her out and reposted her photo was other black women who was on. And here's the thing. You had to have been on her page to see this. So some of the people that retweeted her were people who knew her.
Right. Thank you so much for having me on. Peace, everybody. I don't know the full background about why she posted the selfie, if it was just her posting herself for fun.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely, I didn't know the background, but I know that it would be black women first, because that's what, I don't know if it's because black women's looks have been attacked and that's something that they just go after, hurt people, but yeah, I don't, if she was drop dead gorgeous as far as beauty standards go, I'm not saying she's not a beautiful woman to her family, and I'm not judging her on her look. She hasn't done anything to me. But if she was like Miss America beautiful, they would love to see her dragged. They wouldn't be, they join in like, get her. Yeah. If she was just like, Miss America beautiful, they'd love it. They wouldn't be like, oh, why are you bullying a black woman? It's just that she, you guys get what I'm saying.
Melanin and Fantastic says something like that. Sounds like what you're saying. So I'm gonna repeat what they said and tell me what you feel about it. They said that basically these women are using her, but they're lying. Like they know she doesn't look good, so it's easy to praise someone who doesn't because she's no threat to you.
Right. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, even if okay, she's not, I'm gonna keep saying the beauty standard. So she's not intimidating to black women. If she was the Burgos lady, the what's her name? The real
Bernice Burgos.
Yeah.
Oh, drag. They would love for her to get dragged. They would not be able to be quiet. So it's only because, I don't even know if it's because, she's not as good. It's like they only choose, when you said about the bigger women, I noticed that you'll see more black women on the pictures of women like the lady you just showed, or the BBW, the overweight black women.
Right.
Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so beautiful. But when there's a beauty standard, woman who meets beauty standards of Miss America, they'll be like, oh, y'all just like, this is a filter. Or y'all just like her because she got weave. That's a weave. She got herpes. Like anything.
Let's not even go farther than that. You and the young lady on the panel, both of y'all are very attractive women. But I've also seen places where y'all have been where people took shots at y'all look trying to find anything.
Oh, yeah.
So and think about how it was okay to do it to y'all, though. It's because y'all aren't, it's okay to tear y'all down. That's why I was telling Melanin earlier. I was saying the skinny women have to deal with people calling them stick figures. You don't need, when you order a salad, they tell you don't need no salad, you need some meat. They didn't have no problem with Monique going around making straight jokes for years about only a dog want a bone. Literally, they spent years talking about y'all. And if y'all say something back, you're rude. It's like when the how can I put it? When the Down syndrome chick wins the homecoming queen, everybody claps. Why ain't nobody point out that man, she got Down syndrome? Why ain't nobody laugh at her? But the pretty girl, they will find things about her to say bad, and she must take it. Why is that, Nepal?
Yeah, it goes back to the insecurity. I mean, you were saying something about, because I've actually, Melanin and I, we had a show, and so many women. I'm gonna just say names, y'all. It's don't get.
Tell them.
Cynthia G and Nyla, they dragged us for being just up there and being agreeing with Shahrazad Ali about how women should treat men. And then so they mostly dragged us about that. However, it was more about that we weren't, how do you say, we fit the standards, I guess. I'm not trying to say like, I know what I want to say. I have been attacked badly, worse than, because Melanin, she said, I'm out of here. I'm not going to take this. You know, she's smarter than me, I guess. She left the internet. She said, so with me, I stay on, right? When I fire back finally after a year, and I'll take a picture of, like, you know, the girl you showed with the forehead, how you just showed her. When I do stuff like that, Tommy, you know what they do? She thinks she looks better than sisters. Oh, she thinks because she's Dominican. Oh, she thinks that this and this. Let's get her. She hates sisters. She hates the Black woman. She hates our looks. So they do that. They'll pick on you and they'll pick on you. And when you finally show just, hey, this is what she looks like, they'll be like, why are you attacking sisters? So I don't blame you for showing that picture of that lady. So I want to point that out. They do attack women. Like, I'd rather use Melanin to say myself, like, she's drop dead gorgeous, right? If she fires back and says, you look like this, and just shows a picture of them, they will say, see, we told you that she just, she hates women and all she thinks about is looks. So yeah, it is a problem. I'm glad you're having this show, because I'll leave you this. I'm gonna park my car. I'll leave you with this. Looks do matter. And it's really tough out here. So if you're going to talk about people's looks, get ready to have your looks talked
Be
about.
prepared for it to come back at you. And I'm going to tell you that Sanetta says you are shallow. He said that you are shallow. He said that woman has a good heart, and people like you who would judge her by the size of that nose she got, she literally has a real life. You know the thing they say about penis when they put on the thing, the what's that fruit that be a penis, but it's the fruit when they don't want to say penis. Eggplant. I'm mad you knew what that was, Sanetta.
Fantastic knew it too. Fantastic knew it too.
What they doing?
You describing
supposed to be the first ones to answer that.
You're describing it, so of course we know what you're trying to say.
Emoji.
They put on this, what's that thing? Well, we all know that they put an eggplant there. We know that. That's what they do.
You must say, I know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
That's what you should have said.
Her nose.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Her nose was the thing that stood out. When I put it up, Melanin fell out her seat. I put the picture up, Melanin fell out her seat. It was embarrassing. I told her that is you should not make that woman feel that bad. That woman might be watching this show right now, and you don't make this woman feel bad by her nose. This woman will not get to no parties invited where they sniffing cocaine. She cannot go first.
But she's probably a really sweet lady. That's what I want to say. Usually,
but does she have a choice?
There you go. And you know what? That's another thing. I want to be raw. If you look a certain way, you better be nice. That's what my mama taught me. Like, you got to be one or the other. If you're going to, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not even dragging that woman on her looks.
No, we're not. We're telling the truth, though.
Yeah, she's probably a really
Yeah,
sweet
the truth
lady.
can't be considered disrespect.
Right. I don't. Where did that come up at?
Oh no, I'm not saying you're disrespecting.
No, we're agreeing with you, but asking where did it come up that saying something as a matter of fact is offensive. I had a discussion with somebody, and I do believe this, and maybe we can go there, and then I want to go back to Mr. Fantastic. Brian is up here. I didn't see you, Brian. Hey, I'm gonna go to you, and then Mr. Fantastic. But just this part right here, I think yes, if you go to her page trying to talk crap about her to her, you went too far.
Right.
But here's the thing that really upsets me. black women seem to accept somebody coming to their page and tell them how good they look. Somebody tell you you look like you lost 20 pounds and you know you done gained 50. You'll still say thank you. You put on a weave, wig, paint your face, and somebody tell you how beautiful you are, and you'll say thank you. But if somebody comes up there and say that weave look ridiculous, you'll get mad. Can you tell me why women are quick to accept compliments, even when not warranted or wanted or deserved? But they are quick also to deny things that are 100% facts.
Yeah, remember now, we're talking about black women on black women, black on black crime. They'll come to you and they'll see a perfectly fine picture of a woman, and they'll just, if they see, when I see men saying, "Oh, you're beautiful," even Sonetter, he knows. I'm just like, this is just what men do. We'll go look at another person's channel, and they'll look like this lady that you just shown, and there'll be men in their comments talking about, "You're so beautiful." So I take it with a grain of salt. But when you see women coming, and if I'm looking at a beautiful woman's channel and I know she's beautiful, and I see women in there like, well, that's a weave.
Yes.
You just be like, that's just, you're just jealous.
I'm with you on that. So Brian, my man, relationship rehab in the building. Your thoughts on the fact that black women have put this, and this is not the first thing. It was something else that they put on us. I shared it with Mr. Fantastic. I plan on talking about it later, but he saw it and was like, well, there they go. They put on us that Travis Kelce, him not being with the black girl for 6 years and marrying her, but him only being with Taylor Swift for 2 years and marrying her, that shows that black men have let black women down because we've shown the rest of the world that it's okay to fuck them and not marry them.
I don't understand why anybody would be mad at what Travis Kelce went from. I don't even know this black girl's name, and he went from her to Taylor Swift.
He went from her to a billionaire.
You're right. This woman's a billionaire. Like, why wouldn't he? It's like, and if any woman were to do that, they wouldn't say anything except for that man should have got, you need to get his weight up. I don't understand why we are just insisting upon trying to nasty what we obviously see. This woman is the only person who can actually smell what The Rock is cooking with that nose. But we're still trying to say, but she's probably really nice though. If nobody said that about the Notorious B.I.G., nobody says that about fat people, nobody says that about ugly niggas. They just say what it is and just move on.
They make fun of Michael Blackson and he don't bother nobody.
Exactly. It's like when it comes to men, if we are not attractive, that's just it. They're just not attractive. If our teeth are messed up, if we got an ugly face, whatever the case may be, they'll just say, girl, he ain't easy on the eyes, but I'm with him because of this or because of that. And that should be the same for women. If a woman is ugly, just like men will say it amongst men, and we won't say, oh, but she probably nice though, dog. Men will say, hey, man, she is ugly, but she got ass though. Okay, then that's why you with her, or she got money. The same way that a woman would do it with a man. Wasn't nobody checking for Biggie until he became somebody.
That is one of the things that I'm glad you brought that up. You basically jumped on top of what it was that Cap was saying. Cap said the first people who went off on her was other black women.
That's right.
And you saying, which is what I was going to try to get at, but I'm going to let you finish what you were saying. That not only that, but men are suffering from being told shit they never asked about, and they must accept it. Biggie had to accept to the point of where he had to rap saying it.
Heartthrob never black and ugly as ever.
Men have always had to acknowledge what we were. The fat boys called themselves fat.
Yes.
The fat ass weather girls called themselves the weather girls. No, y'all should have been the fat girls.
Yes. And the thing is, when it's said, it's laughed at. Everybody laughs at it. Everybody says, oh, it is true, dog. You is fat to the motherfucker, bro. I mean, man. Nobody says Rick Ross is probably a really nice guy. They say Rick Ross is fat as fuck, but he got money. That's what they say. So why can't the same thing apply to women? Hey, man, don't know if old girl nice or not, but she got a nose the size of an old school Hoover vacuum. That motherfucker's big. Just leave it at that. And if she's a nice person or if she's an evil bitch, we will find that out. That is yet to be determined. But we, even as men, we always try to imply that and give them that, well, you know, but she probably really nice though, man. It doesn't matter. The looks is what we're talking about. We don't know her.
That's why I was telling Sonetta that I'd like for him to come back in and talk about that in a minute, because he was going off on us. He said, y'all have been talking about looks and y'all shallow. He said, y'all.
Hell yeah, we
You
shallow.
muted, I didn't go off on y'all, brother. But I'm saying,
I'm trying to get shit started, Si.
if you feel the need to want to come out and tell her how ugly she is and how big her nose is, do so. I'm not mad at you, brother.
You didn't say nothing about her nose. You did.
No, listen. I'm not.
We were talking about the complexion.
I'm not.
We didn't even see that.
I'm not upset or mad at anybody who do so. Do what you do. I'm just saying that's not what I do. I've been brought up different. I have respect for my people. I don't do that. So if you feel the need to want to go out there and embarrass somebody and dog them because of the way they look, and that's on y'all. That ain't on me. I'm not mad at you for doing it. You see what I'm saying? That's my position on it.
She was talking.
Don't do that. That's all.
Sonetta, she was talking today when they were talking about her going viral, and she said it doesn't bother her. She said she just remembers, she talks about her intelligence. And she said when she was young and in school, she said all the teachers who had questions, they used to always ask her the question first. Do you know why?
Why?
Because she knows.
I knew some shit like that. I could tell by the lead up. I could tell by the lead up what was coming, man.
She's the black toucan Sam. She always knows.
I'll be to add on, Captain Tazariak should be with me. He should be agreeing with me because that's
why.
That's his Hebrew Israelite sister. And God created her the way she is. The Most High created her the way she is. So Captain Tazariak should love the way she look. Because the Most High don't make no mistakes, brother.
You're right.
There you go.
But I don't agree with you.
And the Most High told us not to defame nobody, Captain. You know that.
She said she wasn't attractive, so I'm agreeing with her.
Oh, come on, Captain. She said that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she was saying,
she put it in the caption. She said it.
She put it in the caption saying, I know I'm not attractive, but I'm not ashamed. Like, I'm proud.
You know why she said that? I'm going to tell you why she said that.
Drop that science.
She said that because everybody condemned her and beat her ass down and told her she wasn't attractive. And she ain't had a mother probably or a father to tell her you are beautiful. Beauty is skin deep. I have a sister that I interviewed and she cried that I could show it. She cried because she was real dark skinned. And she told the story that when she grew up, everybody looked at her as the black sheep and they talked about how ugly she was and all of that. And she cried. You see? What's he saying?
Captain light skinned man showed kindness, the dark skinned man wrote that. That is not true.
That ain't racist, man. That is such a racist thing to say.
Don't you? I'm gonna now drop Cap because I'm sick of this shit. You see that, Mr. Fantastic? We always just getting it for no reason.
Always blame the dark skin niggas. It's always a dark one.
Which goes back to what you were saying earlier. The relationship brother was saying earlier. They could call us fat, black, whatever. Now they can make one light skin, dark skin. She could have asked me to say that without highlighting light skin and dark skinned men. That's what women do. They just say
she's trying to say light skinned men are nicer. She's trying to say light skinned men are nicer.
Yeah, I think the important thing we gotta address though.
She's been told that she's been ugly her whole life. So now she gets up there and say, I know I'm not attractive. So that's because we put that in her mind. We put that in her head. We put that in her thoughts. And so wherever she go, that's all she sees.
Yeah, but we didn't put that in her mirror.
But she's not penalized for it. It's just the obvious. It's just like men. A man can be ugly or a man can be short and he won't get no pussy. That woman still to this day, right now, I bet you can ask her. She ain't never had a problem getting no dick. So she's still going to be able to get something in the sexual marketplace. How many men that are morbidly obese? How many men that are just dwarfs that ain't getting no type of play with a woman, no matter what it is that they have? You look at fucking Tattoo and Vernon Troyer, they still got played, and them niggas had money. So it's like, why would we make a special allowance for her and feel the need to try to build her up when it's just an obvious observation to say, hey, yes, you got a big ass nose, but you still ain't gonna have a problem getting a man. Men are just the opposite. We can have any type of shortcoming. I got a baby arm or some shit like that, I'm gonna have a real problem getting a woman. Whereas a woman with a short baby arm, she's still getting dick.
He said short baby arm.
I agree with you on that. I'm with you on that. I agree with everything you said on that part.
I gotta go back to
somebody out there that love you. Somebody out there wants you.
Well, I guess it's somebody that got a nose fetish. It's a nigga that like the way that feel on his ass. Like
on the nose, bro. Come on, man.
She's got
nose on my neck, baby.
It is somebody with a nose fetish. It is a guy. I promise you, it is. I saw a show today, and I'm telling you, this woman was ugly as sin prior to what happened to her, and she was married. A nigga put her in the room, put gas around the bed, and lit it on fire. Burned her face. She survived. She looked like Toxic Avenger. At the end of the story, she said, and I've been married for the last 25 years to this, he loved me. And it's a man that loved that woman with her eye was down here. He still married that woman and was with her for 25 years. And all these women sit up there and talked about how pretty she still looked. Y'all women will try to boost up women and make them feel better. Y'all spend all day telling other women on their stuff how good they look. Y'all go, I can't go up the Cap page and be like, oh, that thing in Cap, I see you. I can't do that. And if I did, he might block me.
Do everybody on the panel believe that the energy you put out will be that energy you receive? Do y'all
not
believe
always? No.
Yeah, for the most part, but yeah, it's some evil people out here.
And they still mess with you either.
Okay, let me tell you this, man. Let me just say this quick.
Jesus didn't put out no evil. Look what he got.
I want y'all to think about this. The same thing that make you laugh will make you cry. And the energy that y'all putting out, what's going to happen if your grandson come out like that? If your grandchildren come out like that? If your baby's baby come out like that? Everybody ain't be goddamn beautiful.
No, Si, you're right. So shouldn't you tell? Well, wait a minute. By your logic, shouldn't I not get with that woman because that's gonna increase the chances of my babies?
No, that's not what I'm saying, brother. No, that's not what I'm saying.
If you gonna wait a minute, but listen to what you told me. You said if you say these things, you said this could happen in my real life. Well, having babies with her could happen in my real life.
But the baby could come out beautiful, Tommy.
Yeah, but there's a higher chance it's gonna have that nose.
Because it's gonna. Listen,
if I don't have sex with a woman with that nose, it's gonna be a lower chance of me having a woman with that nose.
I'm quite sure everybody up here seen two people who is fairly not beautiful, a baby that is gorgeous. I've seen it, brother.
So you saying that we should get together as ugly people and figure that that's the higher chance of having a nice?
No, that's not what I'm saying, brother.
What are you saying, Si?
Come on, man. I know you know what I'm saying, brother.
I'm trying to figure it out. You confusing me. You making me want to go get an ugly bitch. And now you say
no, that's not what I said, brother. I said that nobody up here ever seen two people who are not fairly beautiful have a gorgeous baby. Y'all never saw that before?
Yeah, we see people have an athlete, but that don't mean
you got to at least have one attractive person in the equation, Sonetta.
Right.
Yes.
There you go.
And it has happened, but the odds, you gambling like a motherfucker, Si.
Yeah.
Y'all crazy.
You rolling dice with two fingers.
You trying to roll a hard 8, man, when you doing that.
I do want to say this though, if I can jump in.
I
don't typically like focusing on people's looks unless they are bothering me first. And as I've progressed, I try not to. So
oh, she froze.
Yeah, she froze.
But I'm with you. I'm gonna go back to
My
Mr.
lighting was bad.
Fantastic. Oh, she's back. Okay.
I fixed my lighting and I took these glasses off, so they were right. So you do got to look at people. People be right. They're like, her lighting is horrible, but I digress. People pick on my looks, and I try not to look at people's looks and talk about people's looks, because there's always going to be somebody who's better looking than you, always, no matter who you are. And you might even get chosen. I'm talking to the ladies. You might not get chosen, I should say. She might get chosen over you. The one you think is not as good looking as you, she might be the one that gets married or chosen by the guy that you had your eye on. So I just want to throw that out there. I know you brothers are having some fun, but I'm mostly addressing women. Like, it's really tough. Men can get away with being ugly as ever and get women. So I kind of disagree with the brother. Women aren't really focusing on how good you look. There's some other factors. So
but we have to do something to get that. Now I feel bad.
Yes.
I feel bad for women when they're born ugly, because I don't give a damn how good you are in school, and I don't give a damn how good your personality is. I'm not going to prom with you. I'm not doing it. I can't. I just can't. There's a reason why Rick Ross still don't pick chicks that look like they belong to Rick Ross. When he got money, he then switched up and got what he thought looked good on his arm. So it's different. It's the same thing with women. Yes, I remember when in my household, because I'm an old man, I remember when this dude got up and he was singing on this Coca-Cola commercial, and his voice was blowing. He sounded great. And I remember my grandmama said, that black ugly ass nigga can sing. She was talking about Tyrese. Yeah. Tyrese did not get handsome until he got money. Most of the black men that you see did not get handsome.
My mother said that about Barry White.
I got a true story
when Barry
about
White was on the plate. She said when Barry White songs was playing on the radio, and they heard that voice, hey, come on, girl, and they would hear that voice, they would go crazy. My mother said they saw that nigga in concert.
I got a true story about Tyrese. So my cousin, she's married to DJ Pooh, and this is when Tyrese did the Coca-Cola commercial. He was just a kid, and he tried to set me up with him, like a date, like saying, "Oh, I have somebody for you to meet." I'm not gonna. Back then, I was in my 20s. I was like, "Oh no, he's broke. He's so, that is a true story."
That's all I'm saying. But men, we accept that though. Do we not?
We accept
That's why we work hard
on it. Yep.
Yeah, we work hard to go get what women want, because we know, hey, we know the guy who got looks, he gonna get attention first. But we also know a lot of these women broke and need a place to stay. So all I gotta do is have a house and a car. I can still get a chance to get that woman that he got. That's why men work so hard. If women didn't like men with money, there'd be a lot fewer rappers. There'd be a lot fewer of these niggas. Look at what happened with me. They saw my ugly ass, and then they saw a nigga online, and all these bitches was in the comment section when I was on YouTube. Every other nigga stuck a mic in their face. Them niggas had nothing to say before that.
I didn't think he was ugly. I'm just saying he didn't have any money. He was homeless, and he was living with them, and so you were right about that.
But he had a hustle. But a lot of people didn't stay with him because of the hustle. Here's the thing men have understood. Most women don't want us until we're a finished product.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very true.
They be waiting on the sideline.
That's the problem with the dating market now. They want the high value man. They don't want to be there for the journey. They don't want to work with you. They don't want to do any of the things to help you get there. They just want you to be there when they show up.
Yep.
Exactly. True story. True story. My sister, who's high yellow like Cap.
Cap just fetches crazy tonight.
I gotta be the high yellow nigga for the night.
Yellow. She actually was she was 19 years old, working at McDonald's downtown Chicago, and a rookie Major League Baseball player by the name of Sean Dunston, who played for the Chicago Cubs, tried to holler at her. She didn't know who he was, and she thought because he's in McDonald's, he couldn't be a Major League Baseball player. And she said he looked like he was broke.
Mm.
And if you talk about somebody who probably could have changed life and more, and she fucked it up just because of how he looked. What he doing in McDonald's?
My aunt used to date Rafael Ramirez. Look him up. Used to date him.
See?
We lived in the fucking projects. She just had a really big ass and was pretty. He would drive a really nice car to pick her up in the projects in Gwinnett County. We don't care what. Do you know why there's no fine woman that's on the streets looking like Halle Berry? Because if it was, I'd have been and picked this bitch up. I'm telling you.
Gonna pick her up.
Exactly. Exactly. And women do care about
This could be a whole serial killer, a human trafficker, drug lord.
Yep.
Niggas don't care.
We don't care.
Do not
Why do you
care.
think? Why do you think Adam? Why do you think Adam ate that apple? He knew not to eat that apple. God told him not to, but that pussy said we should try this, and he did. Man, I know what I'm talking about, James. You out there laughing? You know I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, you telling the truth. But let me ask you a question. No, let me ask you a question. If you see somebody, right, commit suicide, why would you stick a knife in a dead body? She flat out called herself ugly. So she sat here and said, I'm ugly, yada, 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 whatever. And then I'm going to pile on top of that and start sticking a knife in that dead body saying, you ugly, 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 ugly shit. She's already, that's the part I don't get. So that's probably where I'm sitting.
Sometimes putting your hands up don't stop me from punching your face.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's an easy target, though. You know what I'm saying? I want a target that's going to fight back a little bit, though. That's a very, very easy target. You know what I'm saying?
That sometimes is a
she just disarmed because then you just become a
that's
what
the first thing doing, disarming you.
Yeah, that she disarmed me. But once she says, I know I'm not attractive, now when you talk about it, you're the bully. You say anything about it, she make you look bad. Because
we don't get to do that as men. We don't get to say, I know I'm broke, and therefore they stop messing with me.
Yep.
Yeah, that Eminem 8 Mile shit don't work. It only work in the movies.
Right. You go in there. Yeah, I got this poor job. They don't say, I understand.
Right. All it does is soften the blow. It's just like if I'm snapping on somebody and we talking about each other, I'd be like, yeah, I'm fat, but that don't mean that person ain't gonna come with another fat joke. I'm just softening it. That's all. And that's the thing.
Yeah, they got to go another direction on me. They got to go another direction.
She's just saying, yeah, I know I ain't that attractive, but she's putting it out there already, which helps it get you are more easier to glaze over it a little bit more once it's stated. That's why I said they just stating the obvious. And I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Well, it's like what Cap said. She's trying to turn anybody with a valid criticism into the bully.
Mm-hmm.
Women do that.
Do you think that was her intention? You think that was her intention?
Yes,
I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
she didn't put it up originally. Did she put that picture up originally and say, "I'm ugly as shit"? How y'all doing?
Do you think they would jump on it if she did that?
No,
yeah, you are ugly.
Did she do that? No, she.
No, she didn't.
Because it's a bunch of
put it up, knowing that. Here's what women know: when they put up pictures, it's going to be a bunch of women, especially when they're not that attractive. A bunch of women gonna go in there and boost their head up and tell them something completely different. They do this all the time to them because they know, as Melanin and Mr. Fantastic said, they do this on purpose because it helps them out. It is the equivalent of the guy who takes the ugly girl to prom, hoping that the people will look at him and say, "Oh, he's a good guy." Now, that doesn't work, but there are guys who do this every blue moon, and he gets to, "Oh, he's a good guy." These things, what women do is they try to stop you from saying something about them. Like they'll say,
No, so what if she came out automatically and say, I'm a bad B? You know what I'm saying? I know I got this, I got that, I got that. How would we respond to then?
Hold on, but they usually do. The majority of women, that's why I have a problem with what's happening here, because that's why I said earlier, if they did a ranking of who looks the women that look the best in the world, black women are at the bottom. But black women are the main people to call you ugly. You ain't had no white woman call you ugly to your face, but you have had a black woman out of nowhere just call you ugly. Black women, first thing is to talk about looks. And then you'll look at most of them who call you about your looks. They don't look good. You had to put on a weave, makeup, and filter just to then be a 4. But you calling people ugly off top. I've been called ugly so many times by people I've never spoken to just because they didn't like something. So the first criticism you had of me wasn't what I said was wrong, what I said didn't make sense. It was you ugly. And you know how many people consider me being dark-skinned as the ugly part of me? So much so that when Tariq Nasheed decided to diss me, I was called crispy by this man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You black as hell. You black as fuck. They never say black as and it be something nice afterwards. It's always a really shitty thing to say after calling this person black as something. And it'd be the worst shit. And I've never heard it from a white person. Dated a white girl. She told me the most beautiful thing about me was my skin color. Rarely have I ever heard a black woman who I've dated, she could be fucking and sucking my dick, rarely say how beautiful my skin color was.
Yeah, Cap. See, you don't know nothing about this. This dark skinned people problems, man.
That's crazy. I hear you saying that, but then I find that to be bizarre because so many people like who you're saying called you that, they are always trying to push like black power
Yep.
and love. It's bizarre to me. Strange.
I'm just showing you even the comments. Person said, not crispy. Ha 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 ha. Like that's funny to them.
I don't even, where I'm from,
Yeah, I
even
don't be
on
understanding
internet,
that.
saying
Yeah.
crispy is so corny. Like,
But I've heard it all. Midnight, you black is the what is it? Eyes closed black. I mean, look at Michael Blackston. Now again, when you say these things, I understand if you were just whatever it was, a part of these joking systems. But as a man, I get told I'm being soft if I even bring it up. So then people told me, I know he ain't talking as black and ugly as his daughter is. Now again, my child has done nothing. But the diss that they gave about her was her skin color as well.
Right.
So
That's
again,
crazy.
you immediately will judge this thing, but light-skinned people get it different the other way, meaning a light-skinned girl, they will come at I don't like the fact that dark-skinned girls can talk shit about light-skinned girls, but light-skinned girl got to keep it above board.
now you're starting to cook now.
I'm telling you, I don't like this. A dark-skinned girl will say all kind of manner of evil against the light-skinned girl. But if the light-skinned girl uses the same shit against her, she's a colorist. I knew you was a colorist. Like you called me all kind of light, bright bitches just a minute ago.
Right.
Yo, Tommy, a light skinned girl can't even say she's fine. Tommy,
Right.
fuck that. A
Miss
light
Mulatto
girl
couldn't call herself Miss Mulatto.
Yeah.
They made her change her name.
You know, that comment,
girls
that
can't even
comes
celebrate
from
them being attractive.
that come from the brown paper bag test. Remember, they used to take that brown paper bag and put it up so that, you know, is rooted in racism, you know, where the light skins were accepted, the dark skins wasn't. They were looked at as field niggas, the light skins as house niggas. And so you see that in 2020, well, before 2025, of course, but you would see that carry on, like all that Tar Baby, like a lot of them tropes is white man talking points. Crispy, the Tar Baby, the Midnight, all those is white man talking tropes. And it's weird when a black person says it to another black. Now, if you jonesing each other, that's one thing, but for you to be pro-black and say those things is real crazy. Like I would think that there would be something better to say about them than their skin tone, because you calling this dark-skinned brother crispy, but then a dark-skinned brother that supports you, is he not crispy too?
That's what I said. I said, imagine if you had a white friend and the white friend said that they down for the cause and they want to help blacks. But as soon as a black person got them mad, they was like, nigger. But they was like, oh, no, not you. Just
Not you. I'm talking about him.
I want to add this about, I did a show once and I talked about how there is reverse colorism with light-skinned women where it's like you're bullied to, like if a man says he has a light-skin preference, that the whole black women community of dark women will drag the man. And I think that's unfair. It like somebody in the chat said, you guys really favor light skin. If that is what it is. If they're favoring light-skinned women, white men, it used to be like blondes, have fun, blondes. And you didn't see, there's some jealousy, but it's like it gets to the extreme where people really want to cancel. Remember that Latina Danny Lee when she did she's a singer?
Yeah, you talking about the baby mama?
Yes.
Like what they want, or Redbone. Redbone is what they want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she had a song.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it was just a little.
she was actually
Ain't nothing
targeting
wrong with a
somebody
red
though.
bone.
She made that song at his baby mama, who's a chocolate woman. So
Yeah.
hers wasn't innocent.
Yeah, it wasn't innocent, but
But it could have been true.
she was still using it like, hey, I'm the preference. It's like the same thing if there are women who, now I'm just generalizing. I'm gonna use African women from Africa, the Nigerians. They have the best booties. Like their waists are so tiny and their booties are so big. I mean, I'm heterosexual, but that's my point. They know it, and they're gonna flaunt it. Like they're gonna say, you know, I'm a Nigerian woman. I'm Ghanaian. I got that Ghanaian butt. So they can do that. But if a light girl is a preference, she can't say, oh, well, you know, I'm light skinned. I'm a preference. And they go, oh, we got to cancel her. So I don't think that's fair.
Because I'll go to you, Melanie. Colorism is only a thing if you don't like dark-skinned women. If you walk around and say dark-skinned women are my preference, love chocolate women, nobody's more beautiful than a chocolate woman. Literally, there's no light-skinned women that say that's fucked up. You saying that?
That's
what
right.
about us? Why not?
Yeah.
Why y'all ain't mad, Melanie? Why y'all don't get mad when they put up a picture of a dark-skinned model and say how beautiful she is?
Because she is beautiful. If she's beautiful, she's beautiful.
That's it.
Because her shade does not matter. If she's
no, but I'm saying, why y'all don't get mad when they put up this chick and say, black don't crack, black the best thing in the world? Y'all never get mad and go in the comment section and argue. Why not?
Light skin is black though. Black don't crack in all shades though. All shades, light, dark.
Say it again, Melvin. Why don't y'all get mad and argue like they will if somebody says? I used to do it all the time. I would say dark-skinned women are the most beautiful. White women would come on that post and say, yep. Light-skinned women would come on there and say, yep. I would wait a few weeks and then post, light-skinned women are the most beautiful. You hate yourself. You hate your mama. You got a little dick. You can't have. It's like, what just happened? Why couldn't I have that preference? Have you seen this? And why can't light-skinned women be proud of being whatever they are?
I've seen it, and I don't know why we can't just be. I mean, I'm going to be proud regardless, but I think it has something to do with self-esteem. I think it has something to do with them not loving their chocolate skin, because I don't see what the issue is whatsoever.
We got it.
I told you, it's an insecurity complex. I think it's an insecurity thing that dark-skinned black women have for some reason. I don't understand. And the thing about it is, with me, like you said, dark-skinned men, bro, you gotta just own that shit, and it builds character, as we say. Like you said, if you were born before the 1980s as a dark-skinned nigga, especially in the South, you done heard it all, right? And it actually helps you become a better person. It makes your humor better. You know what I mean? Resiliency, right? But my thing is, and this is why it's bullshit, is because, baby, you have a vagina. Once that motherfucking adrenaline, that testosterone kick in, all that too dark shit go out the window. Okay. If you, and especially like you said, pretty for a dark skinned girl, it's another thing going on right now, Tommy, where some chick is saying, I'll send it to you. And she's claiming that, you know, dark skinned dudes are out, and now they finally understanding what colorism is and all this shit. I'm like, baby, first and foremost, dark skinned niggas ain't never went out of style. No disrespect to Cap. We ain't never letting these light skinned niggas back in. We running this shit.
You ain't got no choice. We ain't never went nowhere, man. Don't start no shit now. The light skinned niggas ain't went nowhere. Don't get started. Don't get started. No,
we never letting y'all niggas back in style. But nah, man, it's just like you say, it's something to where it's this victimhood mentality to where, again, a woman is going to get the benefit of the doubt, Tommy, like you said. Ugly, mid, or fine as hell, you're a woman. So there's gonna be some man somewhere trying to pursue you for just sex alone, if nothing else. He's gonna treat you nice, he's gonna treat you decent. Men don't get that benefit.
And I think you just proved another point. That's why men, we're better brothers than women are sisters. Because see how y'all two was able to joke like that? We are literally able to do that as men.
Right.
We go hang out, and we'll know this light-skinned nigga will bring the hoes over to the table, and this dark-skinned nigga over here, he got the mouthpiece. And we'll work in conjunction to get girls over to the table. We don't do that whole, I'm now trying to hate on my behind Cap back because he light skinned or whatever. We use each other. And so when we joke with each other like that, it's typically all love.
Mhm.
But women, they don't have love for each other like that. They seem to have a real disdain when another woman is getting something that she doesn't have. Like again, like she'll bring up Nepal brought up the Nigerian ladies. Well, they will say, well, our ass is real, unlike the BBL girls. They will say that openly. Yeah, but why did you say something about the BBL girls? Why did you have to say something about her in order to lift yourself up? If you notice, most women will say something about some other woman in order to lift themselves up. I was with a woman. We went out. We was all out on a date. It was all of us guys. The girl came over to me and told me the other girl in the group that was in her group, her friends, she a hoe. She fuck everybody on the first night. I told her, I said, I'm talking to the wrong one.
Tommy crazy. Hey, yo, Tommy, I want to say thank you, brother, for inviting me and my queen to the panel. We out of here. We got to take care of some business, brother. So me and my wife, Queen Nepal, we got to be out. I'll talk to y'all later.
Hey, peace out, peace, Nepal.
Peace,
Y'all too crazy.
peace to everybody on the panel. Y'all did great work. Once again, I'm not upset at all about your feelings towards nobody else. I'm just saying I just don't get down like that. Peace and black power.
Yeah, y'all, you were saying that you were trying to go off on us for talking about that woman's looks.
Never that. Never that.
That's all right.
Peace,
That's
brother.
all right.
Peace.
We're gonna talk about it when you leave. We're gonna talk
All
about
right.
it.
Good.
Now, and speaking of light-skinned niggas that nobody like, what's up, Ali?
He left when the other light-skinned person came in the house. I see what it is, man. Shout out to all the darkies. If it's light,
crazy.
It's right all night. Especially when you leave the house, we be rested up on your couch. But how y'all doing, man? Shout out.
We
What's
doing all right.
up, Melvin? What's going on? Fantastic. What's going on, my brother?
What up, man? What's going on?
Real relationship in the rehab. Oh, you rehabbing? Okay.
What up, bro?
The one and only Tommy Sotomayor.
Hey, we got a nice panel of beautiful, intelligent, hilarious, and insightful people. And this is my first one going out, and hopefully I do this more. I don't know if you saw the picture that we're talking about, so I'm gonna throw it up there for you. At least I gotta do it. These people said they thought this was AI.
Y'all wrong, man.
No, but we gotta ask the question.
Y'all wrong, man.
We didn't do anything. She posted that picture. She thought she looked good. This was her doing that.
Joking. I thought you were joking, man.
Yeah, but I gotta ask you.
All right, go ahead.
The story behind it is
Ali
this
frozen on the
picture up.
Uh-oh,
Yeah,
did I
you froze a
freeze
little bit.
God ain't trying to let me make a mistake. Hold on.
Yeah, light-skinned niggas got bad internet. But you know what they say. But
all right, what's the question?
So check this out. She went viral because she put up a picture of herself, just showing herself.
Okay.
She went viral because apparently people were making fun of her facial features. I don't know what exactly on her face these people were making fun of. I don't see anything that stands out on her, but they were making fun of her. In the process of making fun of her, some black women started saying black women get made fun of for just existing. And many of them were using this as a reason to why they do things like wear contouring makeup, wear weave, because they were saying in their natural state, blacks are really mean to them. I want to know what you think about this. Do you think that's a real thing that black women have to do all these alterations in order to impress us as blacks, especially us men?
Let me restart my
Yes.
and then I can answer your question because I didn't hit that last part. Let me restart real quick.
Oh, you lucky back.
Am I good? It seemed like it.
Uh-oh.
Tell me.
Nope.
See me?
Nah, you keep freezing up. We can see
He got a
but you
boost
keep
mobile. He
freezing
got
up.
a boost mobile.
You got too
Yeah,
many
it's
programs
Boost
open. So just reboot that
Hold up.
motherfucker.
Let me.
That's
Look, he can't even come back. There, he got a boost mobile connection. So
that's what you
No,
got
here
over
we
there
go,
for
man.
Helen.
Here we go.
You can't be using paper bag mobile over there. You just because you passed the test.
hey Tommy, this brother named Angry Man, he asked for the link. I sent him the link, just letting you
Yes,
know.
yeah. And for those who might want, I forgot all about that. I'll tell you, I don't know what I'm doing. For those who are wondering where there is a link, the link is on the Rumble page where the people are over there. If you go to Rumble and look inside of the description box, My Rumble is just go to rumble.com and look up Tommy Sotomayor, or go to TommySotomayor.com. That's my website. And right where you see it says live, the little big ass live red button, click it. It'll bring you right up here. But just the thought of, and I'm going to go to you, Cap, on this one. And then until he come back. But just the thought of, and I just want your real opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The thought of the fact that we're supposed to give women all these passes, say nice things to women. When I've had the first thing come out of a lot of women's mouth is you bald headed. I remember you were talking and you said there were certain things that they would say when you were talking about a physical, what they would assume is a defect, trying to make fun of you or anyone else. Why
Right.
is it that we as men have to accept that the first thing out of these people's mouths is some diss about the way we look, but we're supposed to protect them? Same people who spend an hour a day just to not look like themselves.
You know, when we did a show, I think it was last week when we was talking about Shakari or Shakari, however you say her name. And I always say her name wrong. But we was talking about the abuse that she was putting on Christian. And you see how Christian tried vehemently to not cause her, he didn't want to get arrested, try to tell her, hey, they recording, try to walk away, try to do all this. Sidebar, you know she went to lesbians. She went back to lesbianism now.
She did?
Yeah, that's a sidebar.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she done left niggas.
Oh,
Yeah, she
I thought she apologized to him.
ain't
Who?
yeah, she might apologize to that nigga, but she going back to women because you know she was already bisexual already.
I didn't know that.
Who's
So-
this?
yeah, she had a whole relationship
Carrie.
with her. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Who?
carried
Full-time
Sorry.
couple
Oh,
now.
sorry. Yeah, come on.
Kari Shakari, however you say her name.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you think about it, Christian had to take all of that abuse, and that's indicative of what men have to go through when it comes to women. We are built, it's almost like women feel like we're built for abuse. They are not. So they can say, get your little ugly ass up out of here, get your fat ass up out of here, get your this up out of here. The minute you be honest and say, get your ugly ass out, it's like, how dare you say that? I'm a lady, I'm a woman. She can be dressed like an absolute whore. You can't call her a whore. No matter what. Even as we talk about this woman that she said that she was unattractive, you got to be careful about what you say about her, because even though she admitted that she's unattractive, you better not say that. Otherwise, you're bullying. That's the disadvantage that men go through our society. I don't know if that will ever change, because because we're supposed to be men, we're supposed to be bigger than that. We're supposed to accept abuse. That's the reason why that happened. And women are only givers. Like, you know, they say, I can give it, I can't take it. They can give it, but they can never take it.
God, dog. And their body is made to take
And I
it.
ain't talking about, see, I was going to beat you to it, Tommy. I was going to beat you. You were silent too goddamn long. I'm not talking about sex, obviously. Boy, Tommy come with one of his damn jokes because I know him so well.
You know I'm childish. You know.
When I said it out loud, I said, that ain't really sound right.
You know, I'm just waiting. Speaking of just waiting, I know is Ali moving?
I'm good now,
No,
right?
no, hell no, you ain't good.
I'm not good
No,
for real.
You look
We
like
hear
you're
you fine.
concentrating
You're
on
just froze.
Yeah, we can hear you, but it's froze.
something. You look like you real deep in thought. You should use
Yeah.
that.
It's the dark skin coalition, man. They trying to
I'm
stop
light
me,
skinned, man. Stop, man. We got angry
Hold
man
on.
and me. We light skinned. We bringing light skin
Yeah,
back.
but
Yeah,
you
yeah,
still a dark nigga though. You still a dark
Yeah,
nigga.
I came up here for a second. I thought y'all had met your light skinned brother Quota. So I
We gotta keep it even, Steven. We gotta keep. I had called Anchorman for support. I said they ain't gonna get us this show.
Now we trying to get some of the bitches. We ain't trying to let y'all get them all. Now we can't have too many up here. Y'all gotta leave some plus.
Y'all get the ones
right now.
Y'all get our hand-me-downs. Y'all get the ones we don't want.
I said we trying to make that.
Yeah.
Well, we got to keep only a few of y'all up here. We know what time it is. Mr. Fantastic said light skin, but dark skin in, light skin in. No, hell no, light skin been in. Them niggas don't have to work. We got to get a job, Mr. Fantastic. Them niggas are living with bitches. Angry Man know what I'm talking about. Them niggas ain't got no job, just up there just playing PlayStation.
Right. We gotta be funny. We gotta have talent. We gotta
know how to bust up a shiffer robe. We gotta know how to the garden. We gotta cut some grass, empty some trash. You can't be no dark-skinned nigga and lazy.
Y'all niggas just show up, lick your lips, and smile, and that's it.
Hey man, hey, don't hate the player, man. Hate the game, man. You know what I'm saying?
On the Players Club.
We don't hate the player. We hate
blame the. If you help
wait. We don't hate the player. We hate the plantation owner for making y'all.
Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, the plot thickens, huh? The plot thickens. Well, I guess that's why we ain't got to do too much work. Get back outside.
Angry Man. Angry Man, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor.
What's that?
Man.
You've already seen it, Ali. It can't shock you again.
Sweet Jesus. What? Okay, so what am I looking at? What
am I looking at?
Hey, man.
Who is this? Somebody's auntie? What's going on?
Okay, here's a story.
I got a corporate job. Get offline.
See, women are still being bullied online just for existing in their own skin. It's insane. Instead of evolving, it's like, see, I'm gonna tell you what's up with this, right?
Talk to me.
This ain't even this. This is not necessarily a black thing per se. This is our society now trying to make everybody that's ugly feel like they're not ugly. That's what that is. Like nowadays, like we gotta like bend over backwards to make people that may not be that attractive feel like they're attractive, and it's not right. It's not right. It's not fair. If you wasn't blessed genetically, you just wasn't blessed genetically. It is what it is, and I don't even think that's a black thing, because I see them doing that with white chicks too on movies. Like they'll put, they started that with that Twilight shit when they put that plain Jane white girl up there, and like ever since then, like they keep picking women, black or white, that's not attractive and putting them on movies and stuff.
Yo,
and
that's
be
crazy.
Like,
you saying that? That's crazy. Yo, I keep saying that. Yo, they try to find the least attractive black men and women and put in the movies and shows. Like y'all watch that Alien? They do it for real. Like it's crazy.
Oh,
like,
they have an old Tyler Perry put a greased up swole nigga with a fat dick.
Exactly.
Tyler Perry does that. I give you that. But when you watch the shows and movies, like they find the least.
Never got a groove back. This nigga was what is it? They had one with they had, who the fuck was that in a relationship with Manly and Sweet Queen Latifah?
Oh,
what was that?
Common.
Yes, Common.
The black films do it, but any else that's supposed to be normal, like life, that is always the ugliest black men and women they can find. They never put attractive black men and women in it.
You gotta name them. They kind of like a Terrence Howard.
The Orange is the New Black. You like the Orange is the New Black? Everybody ugly. What's the other show? The Alien.
I never watched Orange is the New Black. I never watched that.
Alien. The new that new Alien is fire, yo. Y'all gotta watch that.
Yeah, you saw the TV show, right?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
the last episode came on today. It's better than all the movies together. Like it's
you're going too far. You're going too far now.
Hey, all you do is you see flashes of the Alien in other movies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
right. That's true. Yeah.
Let me say this real quick, because I heard some of the comments that the brothers was making earlier about the plight of the dark skinned brother, right? so I gotta point this out, man. For us light skinned brothers in the community, we are never considered the epitome of masculinity. Y'all realize that, right?
Y'all some soft ass niggas. Go ahead.
There you go.
I ran a dark skinned nigga off the street. I ran a dark skinned nigga off the street. Don't forget about that, Ali. Ran that nigga off the street.
Oh, hey, cross that line.
Yeah, that's right. That was a dark skinned nigga I ran off the street.
If you were a dark skinned brother, like say for instance, I can't never remember the brother's name. You remember the brother that played Luke Cage, right?
Yeah.
I know the actor. Yeah.
So like when you got a brother like that, black people will say, you know, that's a strong black man. That's the epitome. You're never gonna hear Terrence Howard be described as a strong black man.
Yeah, but you'll never hear you never hear a dark-skinned man called a pretty boy either.
Facts. Well, I don't know. What about Dion? Dion was running around calling himself pretty boy all
Dion who?
Sanders.
No,
We're
he called himself prime time.
We're talking about by other people, not self-proclaimed.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought he called himself Prime. I never heard him say.
Yeah, he never called himself
That's
Pretty
Floyd.
Yeah,
Floyd was Pretty Boy Floyd in the
It
early
started
days.
with a P.
It was close enough. It started with a P.
Floyd
It was
earlier.
close enough. It was close enough.
And you remember
But y'all
Floyd,
would
that
fight
pretty
for-
boy didn't work. He had to turn himself to
Yeah.
money.
To
Y'all would
money.
advocate.
He was
I
the
know
money
y'all
man.
only advocate. Hey, I know
Hey, once that
y'all
nigga
only
went bald, hey Tommy, once that nigga lost that hair, he could be a pretty boy. Bring the money up.
He went to the
He
money.
was winning all kinds of fights. He kept calling himself pretty boy. They were like, no.
Nah. We're just talking Floyd.
Unless I missed the segment, y'all wouldn't advocate for the light skinned brothers to get mistreated by the dark skinned brothers like y'all did for the light skinned women.
I did. I said we're brothers though. We have, if you look at what we do, think about what kind of beef you really have with dark-skinned men. Like you really don't.
Right.
No, we joke and stuff. We don't really.
Yeah, I don't have no beef with no brother.
We actually become
regardless.
close friends. We do.
Thank you. We do what they can.
It started with, look at this pretty ass nigga. This nigga pretty think he pretty. And then we friends after that.
Well, right, because after that white come out of y'all and y'all stab a few people.
No.
After we help y'all get a girl, after we give y'all some
There are some
girls that's
potential
next to us,
serial
we become
killers.
friends.
Because I remember Sinbad was on my show. Sinbad said he had a joke. He said he used to say he grew up, you know, and they used to always talk shit about light skinned dude. He said, but then I had to finally tell him, don't let the light skin fool you. He said, because you have to ask this question: if it's a light skinned dude hanging around a bunch of dark skinned niggas, what did he do to get cool with the niggas? He probably did something. Yeah, he probably did something that was just because if you look at Bone Thugs and Harmony, the realest one is the light skinned one because he was
Yeah, that's right.
He don't play that. I remember I had a couple light skinned friends. The funk jumped off. They was ready to fight first. I had to calm their ass down.
Because the light skinned brothers always have to prove something.
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say. We always got to prove something out there.
All my best friends dark skinned, but my father dark skinned too. So maybe that's why all my best friends dark skinned.
But remember though, as men, what do we respect? We respect loyalty and power amongst men. You gain that whatever color you are. We gain that. You could be the fat dude.
Yep.
But I think with us, with the men, it's not like with the women. With us, we'll crack jokes on each other, but it's lighthearted. It's never no real vitriol in it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
it's no deep-seated hatred.
No grudges.
Yeah.
No grudges.
Like I got two homeboys that one is dark skinned, one light skinned, right? They went to New York. And I hit them up on social media. I was like, why y'all ain't tell me y'all was going? The dark skin when he was like, why you didn't ask your man? I thought all light skinned niggas communicated with each other, right? So I'm like, word. I was like, yo, I heard they was shipping niggas from New York back to Africa, so you better watch out. Like we joke like that. You know what I'm saying? Lighthearted stuff. But with the women, it's like they don't like each other.
Yes.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
That's the thing. That's what the sister says. It's not a joke when women say the shit.
And when
It's
we
not-
out
it's
though,
real.
when we were out as a crew, we would never like dog one of our boys in front
At
of some
all.
females. We would never do that. You could be the fattest one, the brokest one, but when we was rolling out together, we was one unit. Everybody
It would be a nigga that didn't have enough money to buy a drink. We never told the hoes
And the
after we
chicks
done
would
gave this
never
nigga
know
some
it.
money to get a drink. Yeah, I had to give him money to get a drink or whatever. We never did that.
Right.
Yeah.
When we
'Cause
bought
that-
a bottle, tell me I'm lying. Everybody got that bottle. It didn't matter if you didn't put in. You in the VIP with us, everybody got that bottle. Everybody got a drink. We never, bitches had to figure out which one was the nigga that lived on the couch. You didn't know it because we all nigga. You couldn't tell. You fucked around, got fucked by the nigga who don't have no job. You did, but you didn't know because we was all in the VIP.
Right.
The only time we give a nigga, I will say this though, the only time we'll give a nigga a hard time is the one nigga in the crew that always be lying about shit. But we ain't even gonna do that in front of females. We'll say it amongst each other. We're like, hey, this nigga come lying again.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Or we'll drop that. Chill, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
You give him that look like, come on, man.
You never really shot like, all right.
It's a 2-cup limit, nigga, when you ain't putting in none on the bottle. Nah, nigga, hold on. You just invite all these hoes.
Oh, there you go. Now that one, fantastic is right. You done brought too many hoes up here.
Yeah.
You VIP.
Yeah, nigga, no, brother, no.
Hey, is the stereotype true though that dark skinned dudes it's harder to read y'all tattoos? Is that true?
That's not
I just want to know if that's true. Can you read my tattoos? I just want to know if that's true, man.
You know what? I don't know. You know what?
He said it was true.
Green room for you, sir. The green for you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the true story. I have one. Listen, I have one tattoo on my arm. It's on my left arm right there. You know why I didn't get any more? Because I remember a bitch. I'm fucking this bitch. She looks and says, "What's wrong with your arm?" And then I said, "It's a tattoo." She said,
"See,
what does it say?" Well, I don't need to get no more of them. I remember the white boy was a friend of mine. He said, "Why you get that tattoo?" I told him the whole story behind the tattoo. He said, "But ain't that like skywriting at night?"
Oh my
God.
Oh my God.
Crazy, yo.
So I didn't get any more tattoos after that. I said, "Why am I wasting the ink?"
Crazy, yo. That's crazy.
Tattoo on they just practicing on y'all.
It's like a fat woman getting pregnant. Who knows until the doctor knows?
She showed up with the baby. Damn, I didn't even know you was pregnant.
Y'all talking about shows. Y'all talking about shows. HBO got one of my favorite. It's Game of Thrones. You remember when? You remember when Roose Bolton said that his wife was pregnant, and his son said, "How can you tell?"
Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah, I like Game of Thrones. I do like.
And Ali was right about that alien, the alien Earth. It is real, really, really good. It harkened back to the original two, to where they don't really focus on the alien, which gives you the feeling of
they'll give you can look up the timeline to see where it falls, and it's like after not Romulus.
It's before. It's
before Romulus. Yeah, it's before the first alien. So they give you you know how they got the alien covenant. Prometheus, so it's somewhere between Prometheus and Romulus. It's somewhere in there in the timeline.
We can do a show, and I can definitely tell you why I hate that series. I am so disgusted with it. But
they've done a few things because you got two different the two main artists or the two main directors had different thoughts, and that's Ridley Scott versus James Cameron. So they had different thoughts of what to do with the alien, and Cameron changed the mythos and really went back to the original mythos. So it's a difference in style, but I think I like that part of it, that they allowed another director to come in and he kind of puts his vision on it. But it looks like Alien Earth is more following Scott, because Cameron's kind of hands off on it now. He said, "I did what I did. It's my hands off." But I do. We have a couple more people up here. Petit April.
Yes. Hello,
and we have Lyric Speaks up here. So I'm gonna jump to you, April, first.
Well, thank you for having me.
No problem. And I gotta ask your question. When I ask you the question, when you see this picture, what do you think? Damn, this poor woman. And hopefully this woman is not watching this show.
I thought it was AI. I've only been able to glance at it.
Thank you, April. So did I.
I really did think it was AI. I'm still not convinced it's not. But I was typing a comment and I saw the link, so I thought it would be best if I said it because it's kind of long. And I know everyone is lighthearted right now, but back to the dark-skinned Black woman. I think that is instilled with mothers and grandmothers. And then it's instilled in them that they're not pretty, they're too Black when they're young girls. And then when they grow up, they still have that in them and they carry it with them. And that's why they have such disdain for light-skinned women. I grew up in Baltimore. I would come to North Carolina for summers. And in Baltimore, no one ever commented on my complexion. But when I came to North Carolina, my grandmother would tell me how black I was. And I formed a disdain for all my light-skinned cousins. And I think God played a joke on me because I still had that disdain for light-skinned women. And I had a very light-skinned daughter.
God didn't play no joke on you. You got what you wanted. You didn't want to put your listen.
No,
if I was born in a wheelchair, I would want to fuck somebody and have my child roll out my wife pussy. I would hope my child.
This is crazy because her father is dark skinned. So I even envisioned her as a dark skinned baby. So when she came out, I was shocked.
He should have been too. He should have went right to get a DNA.
And he did.
Wow.
He did.
I would have.
She never had color around her fingernails, and she's just now she's a woman, but she's a very light-skinned woman. And I had to get rid of that disdain because
now I'm glad you talked about that. I want you to elaborate on it more.
Sure.
Because that is the true thing. I hated light-skinned dudes, not because of what they did to me,
right?
But because I saw them getting this attention from the people I wanted attention from, namely the older people, the women. When your own mama sit up there and call you black as shit, but want to keep your light-skinned cousin, you start to have a hatred towards them. Yeah. And a lot of what you see with the youth, how they treat lighter-skinned people, the girls and the boys, is simply because of what you, like you said, when you hear your grandmama and your mama and your aunts, them praising that light skin and not you, all children want to be praised. And when they don't get it, they hate because they can't beat the adult ass, but I can beat this light skinned nigga ass on the playground. And he wondering, why am I getting my ass punched by this nigga out of nowhere that jumped on between and then like, I'm not fighting you because you actually did anything. I'm really upset that it appears that you are favored and I'm not. Go ahead and talk about that, dear.
You're absolutely right. I remember years ago, I'm older now, but years ago, maybe 20 years ago, I was in a hair salon. I live in North Carolina now. And I was in a hair salon and this light-skinned girl, I knew her from when we were little children. She said, "Do you remember you used to torture me?" And really I had forgotten, but she even had tears in her eyes. She said, "I remember I got my hair done one day. You threw water on me." And I felt so bad because I didn't even remember, but it affected her terribly. But that was just my goal in life, to make them feel bad like I felt bad. And she didn't do anything to deserve that. But because my grandmother wouldn't even let me go outside and play because I was so black. And really, I don't even think I was that black, but my grandmother had some internalized
listen, I literally believed I was the blackest nigga on earth. I did. Like I from the stuff I would hear, I thought there's no nigga blacker than me.
You know something, Tommy. When I was growing up, this is what I noticed, and y'all probably noticed the same thing. I never heard, like, I got cousins that are dark. Matter of fact, I got one cousin that's darker than you, right? And I used to listen to the stuff that was said to him about him being dark, but it was always from women. It was from the aunts. It was from the girl cousins. It was never from like the boys. Like, we never did that. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, because I got a bunch of cousins that are darker skinned. When we were little, us light skinned in the family, we had to hear about yellow ass nigga. Like, they was really upset. And it's like, bruh, like, I'm not doing shit to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but because niggas was getting like constantly, like, bro, I heard so many black jokes about my dark skinned cousins from their mothers, from their aunts, like, sit your black ass down and all of that shit. I'm like, damn, bro.
Well, April just told you, not only did I get told that by my own mom, I stopped my mom from seeing my daughter from the time she was 3 until the time she was 10. Because she said to my daughter when she was 3 years old, she said, "You better stop letting that girl go out in the sun. She getting dark."
I couldn't go.
I like going out in the sun, get a little color.
I mean, I do now, but when I was a little girl,
It's
I
the
was-
knock.
Dude,
yeah.
It is. It's
I
the
call my
knock.
backyard with my shirt off so I can get all of it just darker.
See, would you have that option, nigga? Fuck you up here. You trying to brag, nigga?
I just go outside and sit out in the sun,
We
shirt
go
off,
out,
take them all
we
up.
go out in the sun. The sun be trying hard as hell. The dark. It be.
See,
Nothing happens.
We got tortured, but he laid out getting a tan.
Yeah, just laying out in the backyard,
You just playing with
basking in
it.
it. Yeah,
It
yeah.
made women like you more.
Yeah, that's it.
It don't make you. Nothing happens to
color on
us.
you. Got a little color on. Yeah, got a little color on you.
I said, God,
He
no,
like
but
I said he like them gloves we used to have when we was kids, the freezy freaky gloves where you go outside and they get cold and they turn a certain color, but then you come right back inside and it's good again.
Like my arm, when I have it in the window when I'm driving, it get dark. Yeah, all that.
yeah, you go outside with your shirt on and it's sunny. Your inside is yellow and the outside is brown. You like that? I go outside with my shirt on, it look the same. It don't matter.
Oh yeah. Well, let's talk about this. Wait a minute. Let's talk about how y'all dark-skinned brothers can walk past the gym and get cut up. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about them genetics, because a lot of y'all dark-skinned brothers, like I got one cousin. That Negro, like I was in the gym working out like crazy. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna catch up to him or whatever, right? He hadn't been working out. He had got a little pot belly and shit. This nigga went to the gym for like 1 week and was cut up. I'm like, this is some bullshit.
It's called slave genes. See, my parents were so dark. My grandparents and stuff, they were so dark that where they were in the field, it took the slave owner 3 weeks to realize they were gone. They was that far in the field. But your people, they right down the porch. Many of them in the house.
Fanning a motherfucker.
Yeah, you have a direct link to the white man. So therefore, you didn't do much work. They had us out there literally just carrying bales of hay. Like we was literally ready to bust up a shipper robe. That's what we were doing. So when you kept breeding like that, genetically we're like that. I still have people to this day talking about, oh, you been to the gym. I'm like, nah, just a small shirt, nigga.
Yeah,
I have been to no gym, but it's a part that. But that's the funny part about it. You have to look at the positive you get in life, even when you have something that others call a negative. Because before basketball, tall niggas was just tall for no reason. Well, no, serious. What nigga was 6'9", 6'10", and somebody gave a fuck about him 100 years ago? He was looked at as a weirdo.
Freak of nature.
Yeah. There was a day in which people liked fat women instead of skinny ones. Why? Because a fat person, you knew they had money.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, fat used to be in.
Yeah, tans. White people did not believe in a white woman would definitely not get a tan because a tan meant that she was a worker.
Yeah.
Things change, but you have to adapt to them. And I think that's why I was putting this up here, is because women have a harder time adapting than men. I think men, we accept our shortcomings. That's why when we're friends with each other, we'll call our homeboy fatty who fat. We'll call our homeboy. They had a dude that was in what was that movie about Pablo Escobar? They had a friend, they called his nigga name was Blackie. That was his name. We get called by who we are. Flaco, that's a skinny nigga in Spanish. That is what he was. We were accepting and we became that thing because camaraderie was big with us. Women don't have camaraderie. Think about this. You hear women say, I don't even get along with women. I get along better with men. All that means she like hearing niggas trying to fuck, but that's neither here nor there. She says this. I ain't never heard no man say I get along with women better than men. Never. And we love sleeping with them. And we still won't say nothing like that. We still get along better with men than women. Because once we sleep with you, they even got a word for it, post-nut clarity. I realize I don't like you. I realize I can't have a real conversation with you. I realize that you're probably dumb. Am I lying?
I think let me ask you this though, because I've thought about this from time. So with women, most of the time their value system is just based on their aesthetic, the way they look, right? Which can be considered superficial, right? So is it possible that because women are always judged by a superficial standard, it makes them superficial?
Yeah, that's why them talking about this motherfucker and saying that she wasn't ugly is a lie. They know what they see. They up here lying, and that's what makes it difficult to talk to women, because men will say something. We'll have a homeboy, if he stink, we'll pull him to the side, tell him, you need to take a bath, nigga, you stink. Women will let their friends go out funky. Won't say nothing. No, your girlfriend smell like Joe's Crab Shack. You won't help her out at all. To the point of where nobody tells this stinking bitch that she's stinking. The first time you tell a woman, hey, let me, can you go in there and wash yourself before we have sex? Why?
But that's because women are always in competition with each other.
Plotting.
Yeah.
And if the woman, like I know chicks that hang around with chicks that ain't that attractive just so she's the most attractive chick in the bunch.
They do it on purpose. Absolutely.
They do it on purpose.
Right.
Like with us, we don't really, I don't think with us we do that, because a guy can still pull women with his mouthpiece. He can still, get women off of his charisma, personality, being funny and all of that. But with them, they depend solely on their aesthetic. Like it's always about the aesthetic.
A lot of them don't have personality.
Say it.
Because they never had to have it.
Yeah, they can't really hold conversations. Yep. Look at my body. That's it. That's my conversation. My body.
That's why they always going to get surgeries, getting them dumb lips and things, and getting them dumb eyelashes, and getting them dumb whatever it is they get. They have to go get their beauty. I don't know a nigga that wake up on Saturday morning and be gone from 8 in the morning to 8 at night going to get his personality. I don't know that nigga. I don't know that nigga that got every 2 weeks he going somewhere to get his personality together.
Right.
But they got to go every 2 weeks to get a whole makeover.
Yes. And men will just
what
take
you
it.
just
We'll
said.
just deal with it.
Oh.
And we'll improve ourselves. But just like a nigga like Too Short ain't never fixed his teeth. No, it's not about fixing his teeth. He like, fuck it. I'm out here because I'm short, dog. We will take something that's good about ourselves and we will maximize that thing. Whether it's being funny, having the gift of gab, or having a great job, having money, whatever the case may be, we'll take that thing and amplify.
Yo, he is so right. Will Ferrell has never fixed his teeth and he's rich. We can name several men who rich as fuck and won't fit. They like, this what the fuck I am. Look how many balding niggas is still balding. He got money, but he just balding.
Yep.
But Tommy, he's right, because men never. But Tommy, he's right, because men have never had to live or been allowed to live in deception. Women are always allowed to live within the bounds of deception. All women are allowed to live within the bounds of deception. So if you're allowed to live within deception, you're going to continue living as a deceiver. So if I'm allowed to deceive you from the beginning, I'm going to keep deceiving you.
Right.
But yeah, we're not able to, even if a dude has a flaw, whatever his flaw is, everybody done told him that flaw since the moment he was born. So he got to accept it. It just is what it is. Like, you just got to keep it pushing. But with women, it's like
they're allowed to change it.
Yeah, we coddle it.
I was about to say, they change it or hide it. Meaning we got to act like we didn't see it.
Yeah.
Because women have girdles, women have makeup, women have weave, we have fake eyelashes, we have nails. We have so many things to change it, and then we also have tears. So if you don't like it, we can just cry and act like like you said in the beginning of the conversation before I joined the live, we can just as you addressed, turn into 5-year-olds and say, well, why don't you like me? And then you just say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I do like you. No, you don't. You don't like the tears, and you don't like the weave, and you don't, but again, it's all about preference. But if you're allowed to deceive, you're going to keep deceiving. That's all I wanted to say.
I think the biggest problem is that like you said, your peers are the ones that's creating and promoting the delusion. It's one thing for men to have, I mean, you can be a dude in a wheelchair and you're going to be like, yeah, I'm in a wheelchair, but I'm going to make sure I have the latest Jordans on. But we all know you in a wheelchair, bro. The thing with women is that you'll have that woman that could have chest hair and y'all won't be like, bitch, you need to cut that. I know you got it, but you need to cut it. Y'all will just sit back and say, girl, do you be comfortable in who you are.
Yeah, but they talk about that bitch behind her back though. They
And then as soon as she
like that
leaves,
gay dude. I don't know. I don't watch that stuff, but it was a gay dude, and they called this nigga Rolling Ray. He was in a wheelchair, wasn't he?
Yes, a hot mess.
Wow.
In the moment the one girl does hold the other one accountable, or if you do say something to somebody, I've always been a loner, or if someone hears me speak, I'm gonna be a pick me, which I feel like being picked is a good thing, but nowadays it's a bad thing. And so, you know, if you do hold another female accountable for something, you're not going to be viewed as being good. And if you are a natural person or a natural woman, which I feel like we're all supposed to be natural, but you know, becoming natural is a thing now, which is odd. Then you're going to be talked about as well. So you're doomed if you do. So if you say something to somebody, it's not a good thing. So if you hold somebody accountable for something, then you're not praised for that.
Well, think about
There's
being
literally a scene. There's literally a scene on the show Insecure with Issa Rae. She's standing there at the food truck talking to her homegirl. I forget her homegirl's name, but she's talking to a homegirl about her boyfriend. And her homegirl says, well, he kind of has a point. And she looked at, she said, excuse me. She's like, you right. You can do no wrong. Like, they literally put it in the show. I'm like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Like, Molly, that's her name, Molly. So Molly told her, she was like, well, he kind of has a point. And she immediately checked her about that shit. And she fell back into, you right. You can do no wrong. He need to get his shit together.
Bro, you should have seen
That's what I was going to speak on, because nowadays, like, I used to be a girl's girl, but I started noticing once I started maturing with my mind that these were a bunch of losers. So I don't have friends, and that's because I can't find like-minded women. Most women
I just said that y'all don't like women because y'all know women full of shit.
Yeah. Even I mean, real quick, I went to the UNC football game yesterday, and there was the white women were, not to speak on white women, but I was amazed at how friendly they were. You know, just speaking, and I took my dad, and he's a fan of UNC, and to see how friendly they were in the seating area, nobody was like mean mugging you. It was just a friendly ass atmosphere, and
because they're happy.
Yeah, and the black women were
happy. Like, look, here's the thing. Look, I don't want to be the one to go in on this, but there's a reason when it's black women, there's a reason why that's going on. Because misery, like, a lot of black women are miserable.
Oh my God.
And other women be happy. And that's the reason why they move like that, because they actually be happy with themselves. But like what I noticed with black women, like, they're just not happy with themselves. And they don't realize nobody can.
Hey, white women ain't happy with themselves either now.
I'm not saying they are, but they can give a facade.
It's different.
Like, they don't show.
Nah.
And even
them white bitches is worse than black women. We not gonna do that.
I'm not saying I have, but I'm just saying yesterday, from encountering white women, and I know most of them are drunk, but they weren't
I know what she's talking about. Like, they'll say hi or genuinely engage with no shade. When black women are out with other black
white
women,
bitches got the same shade black women do. It's just the white version.
Well, we
I
like
think
that
that is
better.
more
White version
just.
is
I
much
think it's more
nicer.
disproportionate.
We like
than
that
the
He
other
better.
said the
way.
white version
I
is
like
much
that
nicer.
better.
It's just your guard is
Because
that
even
like
today, when I posted pictures, like I had my father in the end zone, we went up in the suites. It was a real VIP day. I had black women like, oh, but they still lost. I know y'all smiling now, but I know y'all were crying at the end of the game. I'm like, no, the fuck we weren't. You don't cry in VIP. I'm
Let
like,
me
is that
let me
awesome?
give
So
you a let
did
me
y'all just
Oh, po asshole. Oh, po asshole.
let me try to give something a pushback
Period.
because I kind of see where Cap might be going. Let me give a pushback. Remember
Go
what we
ahead.
said earlier about how when a woman doesn't feel threatened, she can easily give you a compliment? Well, white women ain't threatened by black women, so they don't mind. So Cap might be right. When they see another white chick, they are bitter. That's why Mean Girls is a real movie. So they do this for you. Yeah, they just don't see you as a threat. So they
Right.
give you a
Damn.
compliment. Because
That's right. That's my point.
you
Right.
the chick with Down syndrome that won the Miss
Yeah.
America.
That's why we the TNT. Like that's the perfect way of what I'm
Well,
saying. Like they see the black woman like how a white man would see a black man. You ain't a threat. But if that white man sees a white man, it's a threat. When that white woman
Yeah,
sees
but
a white
wait.
woman, that's a threat. So it's
Yeah,
not.
but
Let's not disrespect the black woman in that
yeah,
regard.
I'm not disrespecting
well, yeah,
the black
here's
woman.
the
No,
thing
we gotta
though.
hold them We gotta hold them accountable for the
I'm
things
all
that
about.
they said.
Listen, one thing I do is hold black women accountable. I just don't put white women over them. I'm
But
sorry.
here's
No,
the
and
thing
it's
though.
not
I'm gonna
about.
push back and say
I'm
this
I don't
though.
think that's what she
you
was
what the
doing though.
atmosphere was
But
like yesterday, and I hadn't seen that. I went to a HBCU, and I've been to homecoming and football games at HBCU, and it's always some bullshit.
Well,
I'm
here's
gonna
the
need
thing.
Melanin to jump back in because she had a point too, and I like listening to people when they have good arguments on each side. I think I know where you're going, Melanin, but say what you were going to say about how you're saying, hey, this is a holding them accountable for.
yeah, this is holding us accountable for those behaviors, and us as women, we're the one experiencing the other sister. So it's not okay. It's unfortunate that the white girl is giving us a better experience than we give one another. But it's not okay. We have to be able to call that out because black men don't do this type of behavior to one another, but the black girls do this to one another. And it's unfortunate that we giving kudos to the white girl, but if she being fake nice nasty, we need to practice more fake nice nasty and not have us feel it there in the moment. We know you fake. Oh girl, you look cute. We know you faking. We know as soon as we walk away or turn around, you got something smart to say. At least the white girl got enough common sense to wait till she get her ass back in the house.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm gonna say this.
Look, here's the thing. I got to point this out, right? So there's always levels to shit, right? So this is not me trying to put white women above black women, anything like that, but there's levels to happiness. You feel what I'm saying? There's levels to happiness. There's levels to being miserable, right? And what I've noticed is even though white women definitely got their bullshit with them, they generally have a more upbeat personality about themselves. They're generally more jolly, if that's the best term to use. Like even if they're being fake, they'll keep up appearances in public and be polite and nice. Whereas sisters, a lot of times they don't give a shit. If whatever they feeling in that moment, they're gonna make sure everybody know they feeling that shit. And even if you try to be like, well, damn, sister, you all right? Don't worry about if I'm all right, nigga. They gonna let you know off the rip. And there's something to be said about being honest, but there's also something to be said about being polite. Like everybody don't gotta feel what you going through every day.
Or being couth. You gotta have some.
Yeah,
I think that's what Melanin is saying, and I feel Cap. That's why I made the argument with him. But I will ask you, Cap. I'm gonna throw it back to you. Do you see what they're saying when they're saying, "Why say the sisterhood is a thing when I feel opposite by how you treat me?"
It's not the sisterhood. I don't have a problem with being held accountable, but for the sisterhood. But the comparison that y'all making white women dealing with black men and black women, and not making a comparison of how white women deal with white men. But when y'all make the comparison of how black women deal with black men, that's the race with the race. The reason why you brought up Mean Girls, you made a point to say Mean Girls because white women are mean to white women. They don't hold nothing back. They also don't hold nothing back with white men. So they look at us as inferior. So because they look at us as the pet and they talking to us as a pet, don't mean that they're necessarily nicer to us because they talking to us as a pet, as opposed to black women and black men look at each other as semi-equal or competition. So they talk to each other differently. The dynamic is totally different. Even you admitted, Tommy, that they look at us as inferior. So they talk to you like, oh, this is just my little child. Hey, how you doing, Lisa? Yes, da-da-da-da-da. Where the black woman looks at the other black woman more as equal, so they talk to him more direct.
But can I say this? Mean Girl, give me 1 second. Mean Girls was them showing not to be this way. They were saying that the girl who's like Regina George is not normal to everyday person. She was a one-off. The rest of them were trying not to be that. But in the black community, the black girl that's an asshole is replicated a lot. She's not abnormal. The loudmouth white girl is an odd one. The loudmouth black girl, that's a thing that we've accepted. And I think that's what they're saying. They're saying even if they run into the white girls with each other, look at how they are with each other. They still aren't as violent as black girls are with each other. They still have more of a girl code than black girls do.
Well, here's the thing. Cap.
I think you're giving white women too much credit.
Here's the thing, Cap.
I'm not defending what black women do. I think black women should and shut the fuck up sometimes. A lot of times, that's what I believe. But I'm not going to say that the white woman.
The white girl, the Asian girl, the Indian girl. It doesn't matter. Every other girl,
them Asian bitches are just as wicked.
Take it off the white girl. Every other race of girl.
All women are the same.
Yeah, I think that to a degree, I think Cap is right. They are inherently the same. Yes, women are some manipulative motherfuckers across the board. Yes. However, going back to Tommy and a fatherless America, I believe that other races of women can't find the value in themselves and in their men. That's why you can have a group of white girls and you can have the blonde that gets all the attention, but you can have the brunette that knows her role and knows, hey, I'm the smart one out of the group. So she's going to gravitate and find value in men that are like her, that are going to find that attractive. She's not going to try to be the blonde. That's the thing with black women. They all gonna start twerking, even if they 400 pounds or if they're 120 pounds and think they all the same, and they are not. They have that thing about them to where they will see value and think that I'm supposed to get the finest dude out of the group just because I'm the coolest or I'm the sexiest or I'm the more promiscuous one out of them. They think they're competing with the one that is an actual 8 out of the group. White women and other races of women know how to, and I believe this is because they have fathers more so than a lot of black women do, that they know how to look at what they are worth and take inventory of themselves and know I'm a fit in this lane. Just like men, we will know the prettiest of us will probably get the finest of us of the group of women. However, we can still compete, but we know, okay, well, I think she's feeling him, so let me move on over to her. And we will do that because we can get in our lane at the end of the night when we have to. That's why the last dude who don't got nobody and got them beer goggles on that night will go home with that fat loud mouth because they know at the end of the night, I'm gonna at least get my dicks up.
So I'm gonna go to Angry. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go to Angry Man, but I used to have a saying. I said, do y'all know the difference between a fat white woman and a fat black woman? The fat white woman knows she fat.
Knows it. And she carries herself that way.
But if you watch them, they actually will know where they fit in scheme of things. That's why you don't see the fattest of them acting like our Lizzos and acting like our the woman who was going around saying, I know I'm fat and fine. Like they don't do that, but ours did. Ours said that there was no difference. Right now, what do you hear black women saying that are in their 40s? There's no difference between them than women in their 20s. They say I'm just as good as the woman in her 20s. Which is the most asinine, right? This is the most asinine thing. So I think what they're saying is, yes, there's hatred amongst all, and I'm gonna let Angry Man go. But I think what they're saying is there's levels that they don't expect to get from when you say we got this sisterhood, we're black women, we're strong, we have all this. I shouldn't get more hate from you than I do from somebody that's supposed to hate me because you told me that she white and she's a horrible person, yet she's treating me better than you do. White women don't get to say, they don't go around and say black women treat me better than white women. They don't say that. Go ahead, Angry Man.
Let me go after AM.
That's
All
what
right.
I was gonna say.
Damn it.
I've never
I
heard
was
that.
trying to say stuff too. Y'all can't see me behind these words, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm blending in with the words.
Listen, I'm gonna
Yeah,
take them down.
Light skin up.
I got something to say though too.
Yeah,
Why
I
you
was
trying to
gonna
use your
say-
light skin? You're supposed to use your
I was
words.
trying to
gonna-
use my light skin privilege.
Use your
Hold on,
words. That's
Ali,
the
I
skin
was-
color. Use your
Hold on.
words.
Oh, go
Hold
ahead.
on, Ali. I was gonna say to Cap that I get what he's saying. The differences with other women, there are differences, cultural differences. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely cultural differences. A white woman don't really operate the way a Latin woman operate. Latin women don't really operate the way a black woman operate. They have commonalities, but there's cultural differences. And what Tommy was saying, I was going to say the same thing. Just it doesn't make sense to me that black women, because as black people, there's a reason we call each other brother or sister. You feel what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense that sisters should be that negative towards each other. Hell, it definitely don't make sense that they should be that negative towards us as men. But they do it all the time, and they got to be called out on it. They got to be called
I'm
out.
gonna let Cat respond because
Yeah, I was today years old when I heard black women say white women treat them better. I've never heard that before, and I do agree when you say Latin women are different, white women are different, black women are different. I'm not talking about the differences. I'm just saying that they're the same. They all are catty with each other. They all are disrespectful with each other. Now, if you talk about how it's expressed, I'm fine with that. But let's not act like white women, Asian women, women in general are catty and competitive. The same things we talk about that black women do with each other, white women do with each other, Asians do with each other. They are in full out competition with each other. Now, if you want to say they express different, I ain't gonna argue with you with that.
I think that's what they were saying. Because even the young lady April who was up there, she said, "Well, they don't express it that way." And I think Melanin was saying
They don't express it that way to us. And then you chimed in and said that's because they look at us as inferior, of which I agree, which led to my point. Like we think it's a one-up because they look at us as inferior so they could talk to us lesser. But to their peers, they don't talk to their peers like they talk to us. All I'm saying
it's the same thing that happened light skin, because my light skinned friends who I used to hang out with in college, one of them, I remember we were having a discussion, and one of the friends told him, said, "Tommy, tell him you know so-and-so." And I said, "Yeah, I know her." I didn't know my light skinned friend was trying to date her. And they said, "Tell him what happened between you and her." And so I go into the story, what's happening. Think I'm talking to me and my boys. I've known this guy since I was 18 years old. He stood up at the table and said, "She'll never fuck a black ugly nigga like you." This was my best friend.
Damn.
So he looked at me the same way. A lot of times there are light-skinned girls and light-skinned dudes who will think that we friends, but you friends with a lot of people as long as you stay in your lane. If you move out of your lane or you get something they think you're not supposed to have, they'll then remind you of who you are. And that's what he did. He ain't the only person that's done something like that. Men will a lot of times try to remind you. That's what happened when I was on one of them other spaces. I ain't gonna say nothing, but they try to remind you of who you are to try and make you look a certain way. Right. And maybe that's what some of the white girls might do. Because if a black girl starts to get some of their men, then you're right, Cap. Maybe they'll start to then say, "This nigger bitch." They'll start call you the names that you ain't used to hearing. My bad, Mr. Fantastic. Since I called your face. So are you going to protect these nigger bitches? No.
And if I could, I'll take 10 seconds. I ain't defending the black woman as far as her attitude. I'm just saying these white bitches is the same. That's all I'm saying.
So I'm co-signing. I'm co-signing. Oh, you
hold on. Let me.
I'm noticing. I'm noticing.
He asked for it. That's why
I'm noticing.
You saying you get cut off all the time? I see it.
I done
I'm
been
going
quiet.
light dark.
Yeah, yeah.
Light dark,
This is
light
a black
dark.
space, Ali.
That's crazy. Light dark,
Black
like
space,
that.
Yes. We
All
can't
right.
have too many light skinned niggas speak at once.
Y'all, yeah.
We can't have too
I'm
many
trying to
dark
bring
skinned niggas
some
speak at
light
once.
Trying
into
to
the
be slick,
conversation.
Tommy.
You know what I'm saying? But all right.
You gotta watch them, Tommy. They
They
you know
gotta
what I mean?
keep
Yeah, they trying to take
gotta
over.
watch.
They gotta
Go ahead,
keep the
Mr.
narrative
Dark.
going.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Y'all think
they gotta
dark
keep the
matter.
narrative going.
Y'all
that
don't
they-
want to
they
stand in
back in
line.
style.
Y'all used to skipping the line.
No, not tonight,
Hey,
nigga.
hey,
Nah, we the
Ali.
bouncer thing.
Ali,
Nah,
they gotta
listen.
keep the narrative going that they back in style.
Oh,
Man, there ain't no narrative, baby. That's true. Yeah, Project Pat said that back
we
in
was there when
'97.
God said, "Let there be light." You know what I'm saying?
But nah, man, you know, I disagree with Cap because I understand the whole thing that, you know, all women are women, of course, right? All men are men. But we know, would you ever say that we the same as Asian men? Hell no. Would you ever say we the same as Indian men? Hell no. Right? Fucking night and day. So what we're saying is, when it comes to white women, Asian women, Hispanic women, all those other groups of women, first and foremost, they have a culture to where they have to respect the men, right? They have a natural respect for the men, a natural respect for the father, importance of the father. They support that. And there's exceptions to the rule, but overall, the majority of them understand the place of where the man's supposed to be and how you need the man in order for your race ultimately to compete. And if some shit was to go down, to win. All right. Encouragement, support, all those things. Another thing, public image. Black women are completely, totally fucking oblivious when it comes to public image. They don't give a fuck. Okay. Somehow, some way, we got Sexy Red out here, the top rapper, and she was promoting STD flavored lip gloss. Right. Black women were out here talking about eating man ass. Gladly.
STD flavor is nasty work.
That's
what
what
is the STD flavor?
Hey man, that's what it was, man.
How did she win a gospel?
Glorilla winning the gospel award. So that's what we saying, man. It's like when it comes to like you said, just public image and everything overall, like black women say, fuck it. We you know what I'm saying, we don't care, we don't need it, we don't this. But again, if you're gonna operate in the world, you have to understand how the world works. And other women understand how important that is. That's why Asian women, they whooping everybody ass.
So
Hey, you moved the goalpost though.
Hold on, Cat Cesari.
Good,
I'm
good,
co-signing you. I'm co-signing you all. I'm about to co-sign today.
Good.
You know what's funny? There's people old enough on this panel, knowing from where we came from, knowing that a lot of us had to learn how to find ourselves, learn how to love ourselves. We just discussed colorism, and the difference. And what Captain Tazariak says is 100% right. So I was fortunate because of my background from my mother's side and my father's side, and the type of people that I met in my life. And he's absolutely right. The women are the same. The difference is they still have a culture, they still have a nation, they still have fathers, they still have mothers, they still have families, they still have resources, they still have legacies, where we still as a people don't even know who we are.
It sounds like you're agreeing with Mr. Fantastic.
Of course, I always I agree a lot of times with Mr. Fantastic, but what he was saying was on the surface as if there wasn't a root issue. So I'm like Captain Tazariak. I like bombing on our people, but looking at and simultaneously addressing the root issue, what's wrong with our people at the same time too. I don't like to slapping them around. We know what happened to us, and we have to identify what happened to us. And a lot of things that a lot of these nations have to gravitate to and grab on, we don't have. So the Indian person does. They have their culture and they men. The Hispanic has it still. The Arab has it still. We are so torn apart, and we were the epitome of what was torn apart. And it's actually spreading. They've used us, if we can't identify it, to do it to everybody else, because as time passes, it is already infecting every other race of people walking on the earth. So that's why I agree with Captain Tazariak. When I go when I am all my I had a club, I had a hookah lounge, I got a real estate business, we got a mental health business on the other side of the nation. The women can't stand their men. The only reason why they're holding on to their men is because they have culture, they have nation, and they have history, and they're holding on to where we have no knowledge of who we are, most of us, and most of the black brothers that are successful on this panel created themselves. I think I might be wrong, but y'all built from the bottom, y'all built from a lost history, y'all built from a broken place, and a lot of us may be in these groups and we identify as black, but a lot of us still feel alone. We don't know who we are. So I think that has a lot to do with what Captain.
I won't be that long. I won't be that long, Angry Man. I think all of y'all, with your great eloquent speech and talk, missed the only thing that I responded to. All of that y'all said, like Mr. Fantastic, you start talking about growing up with fathers, and I think relationship and Ali and Angry Man. I was only talking about one thing: how white women talk to black women and how white women talk to white women. And when Tommy said, because they look at you as inferior, that's it. I wasn't talking about no fucking Sexy Red. I wasn't talking about the fathers. I wasn't talking about none of that. And y'all took, I almost wonder how much y'all hate black women. Because I wasn't talking about nothing. All I was talking about was black women are mean to black women and white women are just as mean to white women. And the only reason they're not mean to you, as Tommy said, is because you're not a threat. I wasn't talking about none of this shit y'all talking about. Sexy Red, Tommy will tell you, I call that bitch a roach. I wasn't talking about none of what y'all was talking about. It was just one point to point out that white women deal with white women the same way that black women deal with black women. That's it.
Cap.
Nothing else.
Well, even if what you're saying is true, I still like the way that they do it better.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
Cap, in the gym.
Do me a favor.
Oh.
Cap, I need you to read the screen.
I read it when you put it up there, man.
Look, I don't disagree.
But now, whether I dislike or like white women, white men, whatever, doesn't take away my common damn sense. And I've seen white women be vicious to white women. I've seen it. It's on the internet. It's in person. Just like I've seen black women be monsters. So to make white women like they treat you good because they was nice to you, with anecdotal evidence, that's not the norm.
Right, you got to hear what Melanie is saying again. I got to let her say it again. And I'm going to angry man. I got to let her say it again because we do have to hear. If you saying we hate black women, but it was black women who started this conversation.
I was including her too.
You saying they hate them?
Yeah.
Well,
I hate
yes, Melanie, you hate black women.
When I made this,
I don't like the ways of black women. I'm not afraid to say it. I don't care.
I gotta say this, and Cap, you might not like this, but it gotta be said. It gotta be said. So, Ali, I disagree with you. Black people do have culture.
Oh, shit, light skin violence.
Look, Tommy like that shit. Look at Tommy.
Wait, hold on.
That's that dark skin in him. That's that dark skin in him.
Yeah, I'm still a dark nigga. So let's get it. Look, first of all, we do have culture. As black people, it took us a while coming into Reconstruction, but we cultivated a culture here in America. We have culture. The problem is, at one point, black women rejected our culture. And the reason why they rejected our culture is because they still want to be part of white culture. They still want to be the top woman, and they think the only way to be the top woman is to be with who they consider the top man, which is white men. Because if you notice, once we got to the 70s, when everybody started, when brothers stopped wearing the conch and everybody started rocking afros and stuff, the sisters did it for a while. But then they went right back to the relaxing the hair. They went right back to all it. They joined feminism with white women. They rejected the little bit of culture we cultivated for ourselves.
Yeah, but we gotta go.
I'm gonna let you go, Ali. But I think that that women.
Angry man, you use all my talking points. I'm sorry.
Well, I think
all my talking points.
Word.
Yeah, I think black women are, just to say what Melon was saying, I just think black women find black women to be an easier target and to be meaner towards them, which I can then understand. Because today I put up a post. I said, I've been called coon more than I've been called nigger. Yet black people want me to be more mad at whites than blacks. Why are the black people saying a more racist slur towards me as easy as we disagree? Now, maybe the white guy is afraid of doing it because he don't want to lose his job. Maybe the white girl is afraid of doing it to the black girl or doesn't want to do it because she doesn't see her as a threat. But you have to see what the human emotion says. The human emotion says I still would gravitate towards the person who's treating me better than the person who's treating me worse.
Right, but the
yeah, and to Cap, I know there's a lot of points we agree on. Matter of fact, we probably agree on more points than we disagree on. You feel what I'm saying? My thing is, I get where you're coming from. You feel me? As far as white women talking down the black women. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's part of the reason.
That wasn't my point. My point was only that white women are just as evil to white women.
Just the same. Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Yeah, the part that
Ain't nobody listening to Cap, huh?
Yeah,
Nobody. Black women are asking because white women are evil to white women. You're proving my point.
I got that
Yeah,
part.
y'all ain't shit I said.
Oh, I got that part. I agree with that.
Women. That's it.
No, I got that part. I agree with
And
that.
Ali said y'all ain't letting him talk, and he's sick of this shit.
Wait, see, hold on for a
Go
second.
ever let Ali, because Ali do need to jump in.
I think I'm the last
Wait a minute.
No.
Ali and Cap, we got to get it together. We looking
You're
bad
the
in
lightest
front
one,
of
Cap banana colored. Now come on.
That's the light.
We looking bad in front of dark skinned niggas. Like, let's get it together.
Go ahead. You graham cracker color. Cap banana color.
I think the thing is from what Cap is saying.
Damn, you done cut him off. I got that. Go ahead, Ali.
We are still discussing how we're dealing in colorism. We're still discussing how we still have the crab in the bucket syndrome. We still discussing we really don't. Even if we're successful in the country, you still a nigga to most people. You like Asians still like y'all are successful brothers. There's no way you don't acknowledge that when you go out into the real world, before somebody meets you, they still look at you the same way until they go, "Oh, Tommy, you ain't just like them. Angry Man, you ain't like they said in the encyclopedia. Captain Cesario, you ain't like they said in the almanac." Like they still look at us as niggas. We don't. It's like we may be Americans on the surface. But when it comes to these discussions and really discussing why we in the positions we are, we not part of these people. They don't look at us a certain way, and it's a worldwide issue where the people that look like us are being torn down and being treated a certain way. And like I said, I'll still bang on my people because I want us to be better in the way and people that identify as us.
But Ali,
I'm about to land. You don't see no other race of people that has as a psychological problem as us standing in other groups of people, rocking with those people and looking down on their people. When you see people even coming amongst us, they still love their people. When you see us leave and be in other groups, we actually down in our people. So we have a psychological issue where we go along with everybody else but our people, where the people who look like everybody else, they always align with their people. Even if they supposedly fight with us, they still go back with their people. Yeah, name me another. Hold on, I'm not about to land it. Angry Man, I promise. Name anybody that's not the black people that you can identify with. The black people, let's say, be coons, right? Name the other coons and other races of people that you see and go, oh man, that's a coon. That's a sellout of those people groups and other people groups. We the only ones that it be happening to.
They have them.
Who?
They have them. Like, look,
nigger lovers.
Here's the thing. We're looking at it.
No, the abolitionists were nigger lovers. The abolitionists.
We're looking at it.
Tommy, they still. And I'm getting right back to you. Those people still like their people. They just didn't like the way they were treating black people. Where you have black people that literally leave black people, and because they don't want to be looked at the way that the way we've been treated and the way we're identified.
Well, I'm gonna let Angry Man go.
There's a lot in that, right? So
y'all can go back and forth.
Number one thing that we have to acknowledge is that everything that we do as black people is pathologized more than any other group of people. So anything that we do is going to look worse because just by virtue of us being black, because we always under the microscope, always under scrutiny, right? But you got to realize with other groups of people, they have that too. It just goes back to what the sisters was talking about, where they're better at the public image of it. They're better at making sure that it doesn't look like that on the surface, because I can tell you right now, there's white people, they don't like each other. They're tribal as hell.
I agree.
They're tribal as hell. So my thing with us is I think we always discount ourselves as far as the cultural piece of it and saying that we don't have culture, but we do have culture. We definitely have culture. And when you're talking about how there's groups of us that, treat each other a certain way, we really got to start looking at the difference between black people and niggas. We really got to start looking at that, because there are plenty of black people that don't have a problem with other black people and don't do certain things spitefully to other black people. But then we got another sect that constantly are doing messed up shit to each other. The difference between us and say white people is they kind of have like their little separation. Like when you look at the trailer court white people, they don't like the yuppie white people that go to freaking the Hamptons and shit. You feel me? And if you go to a white trailer court, they cutting up just as bad as niggas in the projects. It's for real.
I'm not disagreeing. I agree with you, but they state so when you look at the Black Panthers, when you look at the Malcolm X's, the Martin Luther Kings, the Marcus Garveys, when you look at even old school movies where I watch, like my father, I watched the oldies movies with my father, and you watch Native Americans, white men will come ravage their villages, and then they take their people, educate that Native American, and bring them back to there to educate, to make those people be white American as well too. The problem with our society is the fact that when they're educating us and we get actually closer to, man, this is gonna go crazy. I know this is about to go left probably, but the more we become successful, it looks like the more we're identifying with white people, because a lot of the black people that get successful, they don't turn back around and pull their people up, just like the Mexican. Listen, y'all see it too, especially you doing real estate. These Mexicans come over here, get each other beer, and help each other renovate houses, not even charging each other. The Jews are building with each other. The Indians are building with each other. The Arabs are building with each other. We get to a place and go, woo, I'm happy I ain't Angry Man anymore. I'm happy I ain't Captain Zaryak anymore. And I do get the ones who will go, niggas don't want help. Niggas don't want to prosper. We try to help these niggas. They don't want to listen, right? But they still go to their groups, and I'm gonna land on this. You see it with Moses, and you see it when he was an Egyptian. He was right next to the Pharaoh on top, and God came to save the people. He came to them to the Pharaoh and said, "Let my people go, no matter what condition they're in." So we know we're gonna have the nigga mind state, and we're gonna have black successful mind state. But now we have two extremes versus the balance. You're either all the way Americanized, no offense to anybody who may be Americanized, or you all the way in the street where there's a balance. Like, I know why I'm in the street, and I know why I may be in corporate America, but I still have to recognize that the people that look like us are treated a certain way worldwide. And that's why we have these problems where other people have nations that are thriving. And then people that look like us, the nations that look like us, then people getting bust down still.
Ali, don't forget also that when Moses went back to get his people, they took them out there into the wilderness, them niggas got to cutting up and they had to kill some of them. Don't forget that part. Don't forget that part. He had to, and they ended up still having to wander in the wilderness because they screwed up so bad. So look, here's the thing with black people, when we become successful, and it's crazy work that we would associate success with whiteness. That's crazy work right there. I just gotta say that. But when we become successful, because it's so few of us that are becoming successful, we're trying to protect that. If we allow niggas to pull us back down, how the hell are we gonna do anything?
But how would that be synonymous?
Wait,
like,
what was Tommy about to say?
Yeah, thank you. I was trying to jump in and say something. That's all right. I was trying to jump in and say something to what you said. Number one, Moses dealing with niggas, he didn't even get to see the damn promised land himself.
Facts.
Dealing with niggas, literally, he didn't see the promised land because he got so frustrated. Number one. Number two, here's another difference. You ever heard this thing called hometown hero does good? White people celebrate their hometown hero who goes somewhere. I was on YouTube when niggas didn't know nothing about YouTube and was putting niggas on, letting them come on my show, and they would have 1-2 damn subscribers, but they'd say they want to come on the show and debate with me. I'd let them come on, and what the fuck did they do to me? Cut my legs right off from up under me. And to this damn day, you don't have nobody. No offense, you got a boy that sit up there and told me, I'll pay you on the 23rd of next month. If you appreciated what the fuck I do, you'd have paid me right then. You wouldn't have told me no shit like that, man to man. But that's the type of shit niggas do. You will use me and make 98 damn different cuts of my videos to get the most fucking views you've ever got. But tell me I gotta wait till the 23rd of next month when you get your check, when I've been on the 23rd 2 years on your shit. You ain't gave me a dime. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. But you tried to damn out me in front of some hoes. That's the shit I'm talking about. That's what niggas do. Jews stick together, and a Jew will get a Jew a job. I worked at IBM, and I learned that shit quick. I learned what recruiting was. Do you know what recruiting is? A bullshit way for another bunch of Jews to make some money, because ain't no way IBM needed a recruiting arm. Having IBM on a fucking job wreck was enough. You didn't need someone to look through them, but this Jew knew another Jew that needed a job. The one way we can look at it is look what LeBron did. LeBron got all his homeboys jobs to the point of where Rich Paul out there fucking white starlets. Because he said all us gonna do something, but they also said we're going to work. Listen to what Tyler Perry said. Tyler Perry said his own damn relatives wanted jobs but didn't want to work.
Sure did.
Who
Like,
does that?
They didn't want a job; they wanted a paycheck.
Yes. What do you do when you have, okay, so you look at black people, and I get what you're saying, Ali. I'm not tripping about that. I get what you're saying. But the problem is when you have a group of people that have had to deal with being impoverished, right? And all of a sudden they start being able to prosper, start being able to make money, right? So if you have a guy that comes from your hood, a hometown hero, just like Tommy said, and now all of a sudden this individual is able to generate wealth, and let's be real, everybody don't have that ability. So you got this dude that's able to generate wealth or whatever. Just by virtue of him being able to generate wealth, that's going to open up doors for everybody else in some kind of way, shape, or form. But what happens is when that guy gets on top and then he goes back to his community to try to help, you end up like Young Dolph. You end up like Nipsey.
Everybody that went home.
Every time they go home, they take them out. And it's crazy because that's something I don't see. Like if Tom Brady go to his hometown, they gonna put him up on their shoulders and parade him around. And if you even look like you gonna swing at Tom Brady, they gonna beat the hell out of you. Right. But with Dolph, he go home, bro. He was literally home giving out turkeys and shit for Thanksgiving. Went to the damn cookie store and they lit him up.
Nipsey, Mo3, here in Atlanta, Trouble. All these niggas get it at home to the point of what Boosie said. He left New Orleans because he knew he was gonna get it in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's not like they was in some rival territory or they was near the op. They was actually in their home.
At home.
Wait, hold
They come with the territory.
But they ain't live the life though.
But
you can't live the life. You can't live that life and not expect what comes with it though. Like Nipsey lived the life. Nipsey was just arguing with a nigga and lived the life. Same thing with Dolph. That brother, I think the last brother you mentioned, he was fucking somebody else's woman.
Listen, that's semantics.
I think the common denominator though with all of those things is just from a cultural perspective, you talking about
because when you say Tom Brady is a football player. Tom Brady is not living that life. LeBron built his school.
Yeah, but when you're talking about men that are raised by women versus men that are raised.
No, you're spinning now. You're spinning.
No, but everything you talking when you talking about a Tom Brady and his community and where he came from, you gonna find more fathers in the home than you would from. You said what?
The brother just said you're spinning. Because the brother said when they come back to their hood and he named the Young Dolph and Nipsey and all of them, and the brother that got the Mo3 had just shot up somebody else's car.
Yeah, that's why they bring up Mo3.
These are not niggas that went to their neighborhood in a positive role.
Okay, so what did Ice Cube do when he got robbed by his own people? What did he do?
No. But see, this is what we doing wrong, right? We conflating, right? So no, hold on. Let's be very intentional, right? Let's start the first one. If I thought that way, I would have hated niggas too. I couldn't stand no dark skinned dudes. I wouldn't stand no light skinned dudes. It was hard. We had to fight to be black. Like I had to fight the black people going, man, that nigga black. Like I went through a lot of things in the black community because the way I look, me and my brother both, the stuff we wore, because we were nice kids. They're like, damn, these niggas, they nice. Why y'all always smiling? But I understood as I got older, looking at the things that happened to us, I go, hey, man, this is why these people are acting like this. But it went from hate to becoming admiration because I treated it as such. I started to understand what was happening as I got older. Second part, Tommy, and to your point, just as much there's niggas hating on you, if we're going to say niggas too, there's niggas that love you, Tommy. Everything ain't always what it looks like. LeBron got people that love him to death. Jordan, all these people who are successful got people who try to build with him, who love him to death and they can build with. There are people that they can't build with. So as much as we try to identify the people that we can't build with and we can't help, there's people still that we can't help. But we have to recognize There's a part of the community that's broken, and there's a part of the community that is trying to elevate itself and get better. But we have things always working against us as well too, even in the positions we in, not just by black people, but white people. Because if white people can point out the fact that government try to take their guns, the government initiate the LGBT movements, the governments are corrupt, the government raising taxes, the government can't help you get a house, get a car, then we have to recognize if they go into issues, they just don't put race on it. We should recognize there's issues amongst our people as well too with the pros.
You and Cap are more. I'm gonna let Cap go. Yeah. You and Cap seem to be more, and I think that's why they like our dynamic. But see, Cap is doing what you're doing. He's as rough as I am, but he will get empathetic like what he just did as far as saying there is more to that. Mm-hmm. He will get nuanced with it. Go ahead, Cap.
And I recognize before you go, hey Tommy, I recognize in you're at a place like it's like cutthroat. I'm tired of everything looking like this, and we need no more understanding to elevate the people. I recognize that in you as well too.
Well, because sometimes I realize,
because I've seen as much as I've seen on panels with you, I go, dang, Tommy ain't like what they try to say he is. And I've listened to your rhetoric when they say you a coon and all these things. I say, I'm listening. I say, nah, it's just when you get to certain places, you may be acting out a certain emotion and being real about what's happening, and you just tired of so many things.
That's why when I hear Melanin, Angry Man, when we're talking, we're almost saying, well, we got to protect those people too who might be fool enough to believe. Sometimes you got to tell your friend, yeah, I know you believe that this man that's beating you won't beat you, but there's death if he does. If he keeps doing it, you're risking a lot for how much, and we can't stop you from doing it,
right?
But we sometimes get to the point of where, and that's why I think these kind of discussions, when I looked at them, when you have them like this when they matter, because people can hear from all sides, and we actually do want to hear from each other, just to hear you say back, what the fuck did I just say wrong, nigga?
But that's why. But that's why everything isn't always what it looks like. A lot of times when people are clipping up all your stuff and posting it, it's admiration and it's a great respect for you. And things may look like that it's not. That's all I'm saying as well.
But see, here's my thing.
If I could, Angry Man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, let Cap go first.
I want to give a real life to what y'all saying with the hero and stuff like that. Sometimes it's even simpler than that. The mayor in Baltimore, I don't know if y'all know about the mayor in Baltimore. Mayor in Baltimore just reduced the murder rate, the lowest has been since 1974. That's like 50-some years ago. And the way that he fixed that, he didn't stop hip hop music or nothing like that. All he did was treated the Baltimore problem with black people as a health crisis. He addressed the racism that took place in Baltimore and gave them more opportunities economically. And socially, like gave the kids different opportunities. And that brought the crime rate down, that brought the murder rate down, that brought everything down. And so sometimes we think we got to have like this big one main guy, like almost like a savior complex where we think this one guy has to come in and change it, where really fixing any city is the government's job. That's not the savior's job. That's not a rapper's job. That's not an entertainer's job. The mayor that you voted for, the governor that you voted for is supposed to take care of the city. And this mayor did it to where that's the lowest crime rate. In Baltimore was a cesspool, if anybody knows anything about Baltimore. So if we had more of that, and what that shows also too, is that these young brothers and sisters that grow up in these homes that suffer from PTSD, you can look that up. They just need somebody to actually give them an opportunity to be better. And that's an example of that. I'll land right there.
Yeah.
So
one more 5 seconds. I'm glad that I could say white women are just as evil to white women, and then this lead to all this shit right here.
So
that's why light-skinned people gotta lead the way now, man.
We can't trust y'all to lead the way because them people in y'all family reunion pictures. Go ahead, Angry Man.
So here's my thing, because people in the chat giving me a hard time about Nipsey and that, right? So here's my thing. I'm not talking about the aspect of Nipsey living a life that, of course, led to his demise. Same thing with Dolph. Dolph was talking a lot of shit, led to his demise. That's not the aspect I'm talking about. The aspect I'm talking about is when you have a community that is mostly impoverished and doesn't have a lot of opportunity. And then you have one person that gets a lot of opportunity, makes a lot of money, and just by virtue of them continuing to be alive, they're going to end up opening up opportunities. And then when you have the people of that community take that person out, it's illogical, regardless of what the reason is. It doesn't make sense. It's illogical. And the reason why I talk about it from that standpoint is it's like the story of the scorpion and the frog. Sometimes people will think, okay, you know what? And it wasn't just rappers that have had that happen to them. It's people that just become successful that never lived the street life, that never was part of no drama, no drugs, but they just come from a tough neighborhood. They come from a neighborhood where people are drowning. And you know as well as I do that when somebody's drowning, you got two choices. You can jump in the water and try to save them, which they can end up pulling you under and you both drown, or you can toss them a lifesaver instead of just jumping in there with them. And there's a lot of brothers that want to, as soon as they get successful, they want to jump back in the pool and try to save people that's drowning, and they end up drowning themselves, and it ends up messing it up for everybody. That's the point that I'm making.
But you making Captain Cesario.
Hold on one second. I know Relationship Rehab, Mr. Fantastic did want to jump in with this, and I would love to hear Melanin.
I'm gonna probably head out about 5, Tommy. Probably gonna
and we all about to head out anyway because it's long and it's late and I'm old. So I'm looking at it, say 11:49. I was like, God, dog.
That's what I said when I looked at it. I left one live stream hot right on here.
Yeah, I'm sitting up there looking. I was like, oh, and I got two people, Lyric and Patrick, hadn't even got a chance to really speak, but I really like where you guys are going. And I know Relationship Rehab and Mr. Fantastic wanted to get in on this. So I'm gonna go to Relationship Rehab first. What are you hearing from those two? What are you disagreeing with? Because I like it's a healthy. Neither one of these people have disrespected each other in disagreement.
Yeah, I guess my thing would be, when you were talking about those different celebrities, there's still the aspect of, even though somebody like me couldn't go back and live in my neighborhood, and I don't come from that life, but because of the things that I have and the image that I may be projected, I'm going to be somebody that somebody's going to want to do something to because they want what I got. I can't ride around in my hood with my kind of truck that I got and expect for nobody to not try to come at me or try to come and take it from me. And that's what I'm saying. Tom Brady or anybody else, they go back, and them hometown heroes ain't got to worry about a nigga coming and running up with a pistol coming to steal that nigga's car because they want his car. I got on some Jordans and I got on something or a chain or something like that. They're coming to want to kill me to take it. That's not the same thing as a hometown hero. We not holding them people up like that. So yeah, you can say what you're saying about Dolph and things like that, but in Chicago, on the south side, if I'm up in Harold on 127th and Halsted and I'm in my truck and I got on my shoes, it's a nigga looking at me wanting to kill me because of what I got on, and I ain't from that life. So that's the thing that I'm saying. It's not just about saying, well, only the gangbangers or the rappers are getting this. It's anybody that got something more than what those people got in that community that, in my opinion, it's a female trait to want to take that. That's why I brought up the whole thing about women raise men. They have a jealousy aspect of them to where they can't control their emotions or their anger, and they overreact for the simplest thing. That's why.
And they can't prop you up. They're like women. They can't prop you up. Men can prop up other men. Women can't prop up other women. They're not going to prop up that woman that look better than her. They're not going to want to do this. But men all throughout history, as you stated, when you got a father in the house, you had no problem. Think about it. When we used to play football as kids, we knew who the fuck the quarterback was. It wasn't an argument.
But this is the issue.
And you don't have, and I'll just end with this. You don't have, just in the comparison of white versus black in other communities, you don't have 53 people shot and 7 dead in a trailer park or in the slums of any Asian neighborhood or in the slums of any other neighborhood. That's only happening with us.
So you see, this is the part that I feel like we can fix in this conversation that Captain Zariak was trying to address as well too. Why don't we then why is it wrong to say that a white man is trying to shoot me if a police officer white shoots me? Why do we say that the system is the part is causing me to get shot, or that Tyrone shot me, instead of saying the system, they'll say the system shot me. Hold on. So let me start over. So y'all understand what I'm saying. He literally said the community is trying to kill me. Donald Trump they were trying to terminate Donald Trump, but we'll say that an individual was trying to terminate him. We didn't say the white people were trying to kill him. And we do the same thing. We do the same thing when we talk about police officers trying to kill us, we'll say that's police brutality. We'll say it's the system doing it. We won't say it's white. Why are we taught to say our community is trying to kill us when most of the people in the community not trying to kill us? And it's like it's embedded in our mind, it's in our heads to look at it that way, that black people trying to kill me instead of he tried to kill me, where most black people ain't killing each other. We have to address that part about how we psychologically keep addressing things as if the black in us is doing it. But then with white people, we go, oh, that's systematic.
Because Ali, the reason why that is because what relationship rehab just described. He can experience that in the South Side of Chicago. He can experience that in LA. He can experience that in Detroit. He can experience that in New York. He can experience that everywhere that we exist as black people. He can experience that. Like where I'm from, like certain parts where I'm from, I know everybody that's about that life.
Right.
And I'm cool with them. But I still don't trust them to be around them driving around in a freaking Corvette. It's looking like new money. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand, and keep this in mind, because I understand the plight of some black people. I understand that they don't have, and in their mind, in order to get, I'm going to have to take from somebody else. That is a mentality in our community. It's like, okay, I don't have this and I don't know how to get it and I don't have the information to get it because nobody's willing to give me the information. So now I'm frustrated and I'm angry and I see somebody I grew up with that figured it out and it's like, well, he didn't help me, so screw it. I'm going to take what he got. That is the mentality.
I'm going to say it again, like what Captain Zariak was saying again. How is it not the mayor's, the president's, or the city's responsibility to make sure that a black person doesn't have to move out his neighborhood? He can invest in his own neighborhood.
They did it in Baltimore. Listen,
hold on. I'm gonna let Mr. Fantastic jump in. I just got to say this: Jared Goff, after he wins a championship, he's not afraid to go to LA Whites, Detroit Whites. And literally, he'll go partying with them. Them white boys walk around with the Stanley Cup in front of the regular people.
You
look at what happened with Ray Lewis. He tried to party with niggas. Somebody got killed. Go ahead, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, so the problem with that, man, and like I said, shout out to Baltimore, shout out to the mayor. That we can't use the exception as the rule, and that's one of the biggest issues and problems black people have, right? Where you got one successful thing in DC. We see now that you had to bring the National Guard in in Baltimore. You had to bring the National Guard in DC to get things to change. They're talking about bringing the National Guard into Chicago right now, and I think New York or LA to do the same thing. The numbers, man. Again, we had these conversations, and it's not about us shucking responsibility, and it's not the fucking mayor's responsibility for black people to give a fuck about black people. It's not the president's job for black people to give a fuck about black people. The problem is black people's lack of seeing fucking other black people as humans. We all seen this shit, bro. We all seen it. I've been around the world, bro. Literally been around the world. I can walk around the world and not have a problem. Never fucking what's the name. I own guns. I'm pretty sure you brothers own guns. Who the hell are you packing your gun for? I ain't packing my gun for no white man. I ain't packing my gun for no Chinese man. I ain't packing my gun for no fucking Hispanic man. The only times I ever had to even reach for or touch my fucking gun was because of nigga, right? That's the sad truth about until we accept that as men, right? And start correcting that and fixing that. Whack 100 and doing this shit. Whack 100 just put some shit out right now, pretty much denouncing the street shit and saying we need to get rid of praising the gang shit, the street shit, all the shit. So everything that Captain Zariak said, by all means, is correct. When the brothers in that lifestyle, shit come with it. But as a brother on relationship rehab said, bro, I ain't never been in the streets. And I can't motherfucking just pop up in certain parts of Memphis. I can't just fucking walk down certain streets in Chicago. Hell, I'm from Georgia. I can't even fucking do this shit in Atlanta. Even parts of Macon, where I'm from, right? Niggas want to press you and niggas want to try you just off the strength of, and niggas only want to do shit to niggas. All right? They're not even doing white boys like that. They ain't pressing motherfucking Pedro and Alejandro like that. They ain't fucking Mr. Chang like that. So that's the problem I'm having, man, as to where we want to take the responsibility off of, and not when I say us, I'm not saying us, of course, because we not involved in that thing, but the niggas that do it, you know what I'm saying? We have to fucking push that shit out, man, in order for us to get better. It's a cancer to the community.
This is what I'll say.
Well
Like,
said.
when you say we can't use the one example of Baltimore, it just happened this year. So that's the example that should fan out to every community. They should be looking at what that mayor did for Baltimore and then let that trickle down the other one. To say something like it ain't the mayor's job, there's a police force in every city USA, because crime happens in every city USA. White on white crime is a thing, just like black on black crime, just like Asian on Asian. So you're right. The threat is going to be another black person. To a white person, the threat is going to be another white person. To a Chinese person, the threat is going to be another Chinese person, because we are who we deal with every day. Like when I watch a TV show like The Sons of Anarchy, good show. I loved it. It was a biker show. You saw the whole biker gangs. And them biker gangs was at rivalries with each other, shooting each other up, selling drugs, doing all the slanging and banging, just like niggas do. It's just the white way. Crime is crime. But let's not act like they don't allow crime to happen in black communities that they only care about when they get gentrified enough to let white folk live in. If I was to use an example, Harlem, they changed that shit from calling it Harlem to calling it Harlem Soho. And I've been there for
Castle Street, where I'm from, is called Newcastle.
And what you gonna say, sis?
Isn't the problem that we're being pawns to what they want to do?
No, I wouldn't. Well, pawn, you mean as far as pawns is like utilizing their drugs and stuff like that? Absolutely.
Yeah, we utilize those things and
also,
put it amongst one another. So that would mean that we are still the majority of the problem.
I never
do this to ourselves.
The thing that I'm saying, I don't never take away the responsibility from us. You're right. We are the problem. But it's also a problem when there's not an outlet of avenues for a specific city locale as well. Even when you give the example that you can't go through your neighborhood with the type of vehicle, you can't. But then there's some people that can. I got a wife in Chicago. I ain't gonna name them all, but I go to these different
do a license flex, right?
Yeah, I was about to. I ain't gonna do it. I go to these different places, and when I go to these places, I don't have that problem. And I got a nice truck, loud truck, system in it. I did have a problem in New York one time, but I don't have that type of problem. But you can have the problem and you can't. But let's not make it seem like that is the norm. Chicago's fucked up. I think all
you pointed
you remember what you had to say to me when we hung out in Atlanta? Even though I was on my turf, you said, "Hey man, you come hang out with me. We got you. We ain't gonna let nothing happen." You know, ain't no white people had to tell me, "Hey, come out with me out here on Hannahsport. Nothing's gonna happen with you, Tommy. We got you." They've never had to say that. I've only been assaulted at nigga places.
I don't like y'all. Just like y'all missed my argument with the white women versus white women. You're missing my argument here. I'm not here to defend niggas' wickedness. Y'all niggas try to do that when y'all brought up Young Dolph, Mo 3, Nipsey. Yeah, them niggas was some evil niggas.
What about Zach TV? I put it on the screen. You see him there on the screen now? Vlad TV still living. Zach TV was our actual black.
Oh yeah. He's a comedian, right?
He was literally the nicest cat.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Where did he die, Tommy?
But hold on,
in his hometown.
But here's the thing, Cap. You pointed something out about the allowance of more crime in black communities.
Thanks.
we play a role in that, though.
I'm not taking away the role, but if there was more, why did Baltimore reduce their effort? Because they cared enough about the city.
Yeah, but see, that's my thing.
Listen, if man, two things could be right at the same time. We are a wicked ass people, right? But we require the discipline to correct that wickedness. And if you can use Baltimore as the example, that's the freshest Baltimore just happened. They was called a cesspool, and that mayor got involved, the people got involved, and when the people got opportunities, and the fact that they cleaned themselves up tells you maybe these kids are this way because they don't have an opportunity. We already come from broken homes, fucked up drugs, whatever you want to call it. We on all that shit. But if they're given an opportunity and they can change, instead of looking at it as a 1-off, let's make it a 2-off. Let's make it a 3-off. Let's make it a 4-off.
Okay, I get that. But the point that I'm trying to make is that whenever we talk about policing the black community, we have like this thing where we don't want the police policing the black community because we make the assumption that all the police are going to do is be, they're going to brutalize everybody, right? So you have situations where, like right now, you got calls for the National Guard to come to Chicago. You literally have black people saying, no, we don't want that. And even though they're also saying my kids can't even sit in the living room because they got to worry about a stray bullet. So sometimes
the National Guard is not the answer. The National Guard is not the answer. That mayor addressed it as
that's not true, because in DC they did the same thing and crime went down 82%.
And them motherfuckers is cleaning the park. They picking up trash now. National Guard
crime went down 82%. So it's one thing is just the same as the other.
But now what happens when they leave? But what are they going to stay there forever?
It's not that they have to stay there forever. Is Baltimore going to stay the way that it is forever?
Yeah, but I would never.
How can you say that?
Forever. But the methodology, it's the method. The National Guard, of course, if you have the National Guard there and you have the threat of the pit bull, if you see the pit bull outside, you're not going to do anything. But when the pit bull leaves, you will.
But Chicago is down 2,000 police officers. That's part of the problem.
I'm not talking about, I'm not saying that it's not a problem. That y'all missing me. Y'all act like I'm defending these niggas being evil. I'm not. All I'm simply saying is the mayor of Baltimore addressed it as a health crisis and did more than just put police in the way. He put opportunity in the way as well. And when he gave them opportunity, they stopped. The crime went down. It didn't come down just because there was more of a police presence. Anybody can look this up.
I agree. And I don't think that's something that is not known. If you provide resources and you provide those kinds of things to help communities, yes, it makes a difference. But what do you do when you have the people that look like you taking those same resources away from people? It was a proven fact in Chicago that the Midnight Basketball League for the Chicago Park District literally brought crime down to where even the gangbangers called truces for all of the parks for midnight basketball. And what happened to it? They took the resource away and nobody brought it back. We had 2 black men.
The mayor cut the budget. Yeah, the mayor cut the budget just like he cut the budget.
But that
same mayor.
Just think about
what I'm saying is that same mayor went and opened up those same park district that they closed for the Mexicans,
for the immigrants, for the fucking illegals.
Opened it up for them, but wouldn't open it up for their own people. What do you do with that?
You're proving my point when I said it's their job. You just said that when they had that league open for 2 years, even the gangs, no violence, no nothing, crime went down. And then the people that are responsible for making it stay there took it away. And so now there is no opportunity. These kids ain't got nothing to do. They resort to that. I'm not justifying what they do, but when you give them an opportunity, when you give them something, and that's any city's job to provide that. They do it in every.
I see exactly what both of y'all saying, but I got to ask you this question, Captain. I'm gonna go to Melanie, and I'm gonna let those two.
Okay, after I answer this question, I'm gonna roll.
All right. I gotta ask you then. Both of y'all are right. Why is it though that blacks, when seeing that their black mayor was cutting funding that was helping them, didn't turn on the mayor?
Now I don't know enough about the Chicago situation because I would have turned on him too. I don't know if it's, we got a loyalty problem. We'll vote for anybody. We don't give a damn. Barack Obama legalized gay marriage. They still voted for the nigga. So that's probably some type of loyalty that they had stuck in there where they still decided to stick with him. Because I don't know why you would stick with a mayor that took away something that was stopping the violence. And then
is there something inherent in us?
Captain, they have an attention problem because
is there something inherent in us then that likes that? Because again, we won't stick with the coon. If he's taking us to the right place, we will turn on the coon just because he coon.
He was a coon. Yeah, I would say that was a coon too. But yes. I don't know.
But a lot of those mayors, like in Chicago, I learned this the hard way. They have ties to the gangs, so they can't even say things like there's a gang problem. They can't even say that. So why do we have people in power that look like us, that do things that are detrimental to us, but then we want the world to believe that's not us, but we back that us up? And I think that's why they were giving you the Sexy Reds, because they were saying, well, yes, we should all believe Sexy Red's a roach like you, until they put Sexy Red up there with the president, until they let Sexy Red out in the street and she gets a bunch of parents letting their kids go to school that day so they can meet Sexy Red, but they won't let their kids go to school that day so they can meet Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Right.
Is that a problem with us?
Yeah. I think that's an agenda from the top, and then we just accept it. I think we just accept what they spoon feed us. But I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'm about to say rock like this was my live stream.
It is. It's all y'all live. Y'all need to tell them when somebody was asking, they broadcasting your show. I said, no, they broadcasting our show.
Our show. That's right. Damn right. I appreciate it, man. Angry Man, we got to link up. Relationship Rehab. I'll try to find all of y'all on y'all social media platforms. And you should do this like weekly or something, Tommy, where we come together and have all of these platforms. I think at least for good.
We brought all these people together currently right now. We got 3,200 people watching.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So I appreciate Shalom.
Good night, Captain.
Melanin, then I'm gonna go to Lyric and Patrick to close it out. But Melanin, as you were listening to what